number 10, Dominic Kayaba. Junior number 22, Lance Sands. Senior number 25, Braulio Prado. Sophomore number 32, Luis Bernardino. Senior number 53, Antonio Panate. Senior number 56, Marco Pena. Senior number 60, Brian Gonzalez. Senior number 70, Solomon Lopez. And junior number 77 at defensive line, Logan Taylor. That's your starting lineup for your South City Warriors. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? This past year, the South San Francisco high school community lost two legendary and beloved coaches. Ray DeYoung came to South San Francisco High School in September of 1950, where he coached JV and varsity football and taught PE for 38 years. In his 28 seasons as varsity head football coach, South City won 9 league championships. Ray was inducted into 3 Sports Hall of Fames, including the San Mateo County Hall of Fame and the California Coaches Hall of Fame. Ray passed away recently on his 92nd birthday. Bob Bryan, also a legendary coach, coached the varsity baseball team at South San Francisco High School for 43 years and won 21 league titles before retiring in 2001 at the age of 75. He coached 51 years here at South City overall. The baseball field at Orange Memorial Park was named after him in 1993. Coach Bryan was also enshrined into 3 halls of fame, including the American Baseball Coaches and San Mateo County Sports Hall of Fame. Coach Bryan was also 92 years old when he passed away recently. At this time, I would ask for a moment of silence for these 2 great South City coaching legends. Thank you very much. And now, please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, folks, thanks for joining. This is Jonathan Dio alongside Ricky Martel. You're getting some great shots here from a brand new drone. You're looking down at South City Warriors as they're about to take on Woodside in the inaugural game here, the 2018 season. It's still summer here in South San Francisco, although South San Francisco has not gotten the memo. It is a chilly 63 degrees with a little bit of wind as the Warriors are ready to kick off to Woodside. Here's the kick, man deep. Cuts to the left side, and he's across the 40, the 50. He's got nobody to beat. The 30, the 20. He's not going to be touched. And touchdown Woodside, just like that. In the opening seconds, in the opening 5 seconds, Woodside's number 3, David Silk, with the approximately 95-yard run in for the touchdown. Definitely not how these Warriors wanted to get started today. And they're going to have to regroup and get ready for offense.
Touchdown run back by number 3, David Silk.
And Woodside will line up for the extra point. Kick is up, a low line drive kick, and it's up for the extra point as Woodside takes a 7-0 lead here with 11:51 left in the first quarter.
With 11 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first quarter, Woodside 7, South City 0.
There's a great shot there of our South City Warrior cheerleaders pumping up the crowd tonight on a Friday night. As I said before, a hazy Friday night here. I'm constantly amazed by all the people that do wear shorts and short sleeves here. Spent my entire life here, grew up just down the road. Came to South San Francisco High School, Westboro Middle School. And now that I'm a South Bay resident, I'm just not used to this at all. Speaking of South Bay, first-year coach Jerome Lee, who joined South San Francisco High School from Independence High School in the San Jose area. He's here for his first year, and obviously not the way he wanted his young Warrior squad to get started with a quick 7-0 touchdown run by Woodside, but he's going to regroup these young men and get them ready to go. South City with a lean squad this year. They've just dressed 20. Just informed by one of the coaches, they've got some reinforcements on the way for next week. And so hopefully that roster will be able to expand, as I can imagine a lot of these players will be going both ways here, playing Ironman football, both defense and offense. Quarterback Trevor Cook back to take the kick alongside Josh Peterson for the Warriors. Kick is up, it's a high kick, comes down around the 15-yard line, takes a bounce, and goes right past the Warriors. Picked up and dumped right on the 9-yard line. Number 5, Josh Peterson. Check that, number 2, Trevor Cook. Brought down immediately, and the Warriors will be playing with a long field here. South City back looking for a pass around the left side, brought down for a sack by Woodside's number 20, Nolan Arian.
Quarterback
First
keeper.
play from scrimmage there from
brought down
South
at
City
the
Warrior,
3-yard
Lewis
line.
Robles brought down. South City will start again with the ball approximately on the 3-yard line.
Second down and 7 for the Warriors.
All right, second down for the Warriors. Another handoff. The middle snuffed out and stopped by Woodside. Looks like a short gain on the play.
Gain of 2 on the play. Third down and 15 for the Warriors.
Third down and 15 for the Warriors. Deep in their own territory. Warriors setting 2 wide receivers out set. Single man in the backfield. There's the snap. Handoff, looks like a little trick play. Ball comes out, it's on the turf. Picked up by Woodside. And another touchdown for
fumble.
Woodside.
Recovered in the
Fumble
end
and a
zone
recovery.
by Woodside.
And that's
a
going to
touchdown.
push the score here in the early moments of this game to 13-0 as we await the extra point here by the Woodside Wildcats. Another one of our beautiful drone shots here is South City Warriors getting ready for that extra point. Here's the snap. The kick is up. A much nicer one than the last one. High drive
Extra
right
point
through
is
the
good.
uprights. And that'll push the score to 14-0.
First quarter. Woodside 14,
Wildcats.
South City 0.
And Coach Lees definitely wants to settle down this young crew here. This is definitely not how they wanted to start the season.
Once again, everybody, the snack
As we were
shack is
talking
open
about
for
earlier,
business.
Ricky, in
Head
our
on over to the
production
visitor
meeting, this is
side,
not,
pick up something to
it's
eat or
definitely
drink.
a young crew. There's only 20 members of this
They're
South
selling
City
all
team.
kinds of stuff,
Dressed
including
for
the
action
world
tonight.
famous
Speaking to
teriyaki
one of the
chicken
coaches
rice
who said
bowls.
due to
Head on
some,
over to the snack shack.
some of the practice eligibility
All
rules,
proceeds
unfortunately, they don't
help
have any
support our
reinforcements
South
until
City
next week.
athletics program.
So the Warriors only had 20 dressed here, and of course, brand new coach, a very light squad of only 20 players, and they're already down 14-0.
You know, John, I don't know if you mentioned this, but our new coach here is facing this head on. He's doing extra study halls in the evenings. He's going to do whatever he can to suit up as many folks as possible.
He is, as the ball is taken in by South City's number 5, Josh
Ball
Peterson, and he likes to
brought
wiggle
back
for a
by
little bit of
Lawrence
extra room
Montalban.
and gets it almost out to the 20-yard line. Definitely, they are playing a game of catch-up here, and Woodside came out, as you
Brought
saw,
down
of course,
at the
that
19-yard
97-yard
line,
touchdown
first and
run.
10 Warriors.
Yeah, I was watching it on my phone as I came in.
Looking at the wrong list there, that was Lawrence Montalban for the South City Warriors. I was looking at 2 Woodside lists, so let's just go ahead and start over from the entire beginning of the game. Somebody's going to watch the first, maybe if you're a South City fan, you're not going to watch the first 3 minutes anyway.
I assumed the scoreboard was broken when I walked in. I said, surely before I sit down, it cannot be 14-0.
All right, first down for the Warriors. Handoff there across the left side. Juking for a little bit of room there is Lawrence
Quarterback
Montalban.
keeper by number 6, Frank House.
Frank House, actually, the doctor is in.
There you go.
Thinking about that, if there's any House fans out there.
Frank House.
Frank House.
He's a guy we saw a little bit of last year.
Gain of 5
who
yards
came
on the
in
play.
and had a
Second
lot
and
of
5 for the
productive
Warriors.
moments in 2017. So he's a logical candidate to step in and fill the shoes of quite a guy.
And I was doing some fill-in here for Ricardo. He was stuck in this historic Bay Area traffic. We had to move up on game time here, so I was talking to myself. So I'll fill you in on a couple of things that you did miss.
All right, what do you got?
There's some new gadgets here from Aaron Boyd's crew. He does an amazing job covering these games. We have a drone. There's a drone overhead. As House puts the ball on the ground, Picked up by Woodside, folks. This is looking ugly.
Well,
Woodside in prime position.
Quarterback fumbled on the
you know,
play.
John,
Woodside
new year, new
recovers.
team. It's going to take a minute for everybody to get
Wildcats
on the
will
same
take
page.
over on the 17-yard
Yeah,
line.
these kids are feeling the
1st and
pressure.
10, Woodside.
Opening night. They know that there aren't necessarily a big-time cavalry coming in to help them out, so they're going to do their best with what they have. Look at this view. Look at that view. Is this like a live drone view? What is this? Do we have a blimp? Does South City have a blimp? What an awesome view. Is this real, what I'm looking at?
That is real, and that is live. And if folks listening at home, if you don't catch the iconic South City Band, unfortunately, there was some protest by some of the folks about air quality due to some of the fires. So although we've got kids dressed playing football, nobody wants to utilize their instruments. That's fine.
Well, you know, the band, especially the wind instrument guys, they're
a lot of
huff
huffing.
and puff in the stands.
Nothing like a 98-yard touchback or run back for
Come on,
touchdown.
band. Come on, band.
Hey, as we got a penalty on the field here.
Penalty on the field.
Against Woodside, the only thing that hasn't gone well for them in the first 3 minutes of this game here.
It's early. They have time to get their bearings and make something happen here.
Ball's placed at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of new gadgets, as we talked about.
First down and 15 for the Wildcats.
But we've got the drone. We've got the screen. This is new, right?
The screen is new. That's beautiful.
So
yeah,
that's
awesome.
We can see some replays. Handoff there, Woodside, flank around the left-hand side, waiting to pick up a blocker. He's got one. He's got a 5-yard gain. To 10-yard gain to the corner, touchdown Woodside.
Well, the young man got to the corner quickly there, and a couple South City kids were able to put a hand on him, but ultimately he had too much daylight there.
That was Luis
run in by number
Robles,
6, Luis
senior,
Robles.
5'5", 125, speedy guy. And
19-yard touchdown run.
It's getting ugly.
It's early. We got time. And, you know, the Warriors have played Woodside tough the last couple of years. It's been really back and forth. And, John, you may remember last year there was a big-time barn burn. It was about 46-47, I think the final score was here in South City. And the departed Coach Oka went for the win instead of the tie, went for the two-point conversion, and they ended up losing by 1.
That's
It was a super
Stein's
gutsy call,
South City 0.
and it's been generally close between them. So, unfortunately, it's not looking like that right now, but it's early.
And that was Ethan Steinsman with the extra point. Yeah,
Hey everybody, once again, today's game is being
not from this earth,
broadcast
just from
live
this
on
team.
YouTube. So
Just from this team.
Twitter, Snapchat,
Actually,
your family and
before
friends,
you came into the
tell them
booth,
to log on to YouTube.
we did have
to
a
watch
moment of
all
silence
tonight's game action
For
live.
Coach DeYoung.
Also,
for
tonight's
Coach
game will be
DeYoung
available
and
to
also
watch
Coach
after the
Brian,
game on our
Brian,
YouTube
whom I
page.
played for
That's
back in my tenure, which apparently was his last year.
Or simply
I
find the
believe I
video on
heard
the bottom of the
Aaron
South
Boyd
City
here,
School
our phenomenal
homepage.
production specialist, or whatever his title is, talk about the fact that he retired in 2001 at the age of 75. So
That's hard to believe because he was still
Snack
putzing
Shack
around
is
that
open for
field
business.
every
They're
time
also
I
selling
drove by it.
drinks. They have
He was
soda,
out there
water,
doing his
you
thing.
can take the man away from the game, but you can't take the
chocolate,
game
Gatorade.
out of the man.
As
He was
long as
always
hot
there.
food,
I know
hamburgers,
that's right.
cheeseburgers,
Well, let's see what
hot
South
dogs,
City
pork
does
sausages,
here.
chicken
You just got to
sandwiches,
shake
and
it
the
off.
famous
These games
teriyaki
games
chicken
like this
rice
are going to
bowl. So
happen,
head on over to the
and there's
Snack Shack.
so much time
All
remaining
proceeds support
that
South
you
City
have to
Athletics.
learn to keep your composure, and that's what's going to be the lesson from this game, I think.
And what do you think here, Ricardo? Do you just stay to the basics? Do you stay with your game plan? Do you try to establish an offensive rhythm? Or do you just say, you know what, we're going to try all the crazy stuff. Let's go for it. We got nothing to lose.
No. They absolutely have to establish a rhythm that's going to carry them through this whole season.
All right.
So they have to do what they feel that they can
Ball run
excel
back by
at
number 2, Christian
and
Casillas.
get some experience for a lot of these new kids. I think we're carrying quite a
Brought
bit of
down at the
formerly
26-yard
JV
line.
kids who are doing great work and stepping up to the
Check
challenge
that
and joining the
27-yard
big
line.
squad.
First and 10 Warriors.
And I don't know if you remember this, man, but there's quite a big difference in body type between varsity and junior varsity. It's almost middle school jump, in the 9th and the 10th grade compared to the 11th and the 12th grade, as I recall it.
Yep. All right. First and 10 for the Warriors. Snap, house back, hands it off. Nice big hole up the middle and a solid run there.
And I think that was Lance Sands.
Lance Sands with the
and
ball.
we're going to have to lean on,
Brought down at the
veterans.
34-yard line.
Lean on the vets here.
Gain of
Get
7.
it in the hands of some capable
Second
young
and
men
3.
who have
Salty
been here.
1- and 2-year veterans.
Yeah, exactly. So these kids have a ton of experience on this field, and they know what they need to do. It's a combination of young and old, so to speak. Here.
right, House back again. Another handoff, keeping it simple across the right side. A couple more yards
Lance
there.
Sands with the ball.
And
Lance
that's
Sands once again.
back in Lance's hands, capable hands.
The
Always
hands
a
of
good thing.
Sands. Some new developments here around South San Francisco, not necessarily the field, but the city itself.
Brought down at the
Very,
38
very
yard line.
disappointed that the iconic Bertolucci sign is no longer visible.
And that's
from
good
Highway
enough for a
101.
Warriors first down.
I was surprised, I was shocked, I was dismayed, I was disillusioned.
I heard about that.
I was so concerned, I actually exited Oyster Point. I circled back around, and I actually made sure that they were still open, which thankfully they are. But there's now a condo building. Who wants to live on the freeway? I guess everybody wants to live
That's
on the
brutal.
freeway.
Well, if you want to live right next to Bertolucci's.
Oh, House with a pass there. Swings
House
out
is-
to the right-hand
Pass
side.
is incomplete.
Joseph Nazel, just a little bit
Intended
out
for
of
number
reach.
1.
Well, he was
Joseph
trying
Nazel.
to put a little bit of
That'll bring
touch
up
on
a
it
second
and
and
float
10
it
for the
above
Warriors.
some pressure, and he just floated it a bit too much. Probably wants that one back because he had the receiver.
Little Nazel dazzle he was trying there.
Nazzle,
You know, I'm a little bummed out at this lack of the band. I mean, I'm missing that that visceral sort of, you know, in your gut, boom, boom,
You
boom.
trying to start a controversy?
I'm
here?
not trying to start a controversy.
Band controversy.
Here's the thing about the Bay Area, though, especially South San Francisco. This is a huge filter, right? Looking at a gigantic fog plume directly in the field. I'm surprised there's a big stop there by Woodside. This is basically
off the
a
Sands.
gigantic filter because the fog never lifts in South City.
That's true, and couple that with a little bit of the
Lost
pollution
about a
that's
yard
happening.
on the play.
I heard that we have air quality 3 times
Bring
worse
up a
than
third down and
Beijing
11 for the Warriors.
yesterday, perhaps maybe the day before that, but that's not good. Never want to be in the conversation with
No, definitely, and you know,
pollution in China, unfortunately.
No,
are
you-
synonymous.
you don't want to risk anybody's health. These are young folks, just at the onset of their lives. You want to make sure their lungs and everything else are healthy.
That's
Pregnant women are staying indoors.
that
Children
right?
aren't out in this. Well, a good friend of mine actually lives out in Seattle, Washington. There's a shout out to Seattle, not the Legion of Boom, just to the city of Seattle. And
Let's
yeah,
not get confused here.
his wife is with child, and they would not go outside. She was not allowed outside. It was a handoff, immediate
Handoff
stuff
to
there.
number 1,
Joseph
Nazel.
Nazel taken down immediately
Loss of a
by
yard on the
Nolan
play.
Irion, outside linebacker for the
Fourth
Woodside
down and
Wildcats.
12 for the
Junior
Warriors.
6-footer really caught the corner there and took him down.
You know, the lead blocker there kind of made a bad judgment there, picked up the wrong guy. I think maybe Nazel was waiting for someone to get picked up ahead of him, but you know, these things happen so quickly in the blink of an eye, it's hard to criticize them.
All right, 4th and forever for the Warriors.
Timeout. South
Looks like
City.
They're going
That's
to take a
their
timeout and
first call,
discuss it with
timeout of the
first-year
half.
head coach Jerome Lee. I don't know if you were here, but I did discuss the fact that he's from Independence High School from San Jose.
All right.
He was a defensive coordinator out there before he made the trek up here, and probably wonders which part of the country, let alone which part of the universe he is with this different weather here. I can't stop lamenting on it. I just keep talking about it because I grew up in this, and now I just can't handle it.
Oh, you're just your baby.
I don't know
It's
what
beautiful.
happened.
This is perfect. This is perfect. I can't handle 90 plus, so there you go.
Wearing 3 layers, there's a jacket on my chair.
Well, that's a classic Bay Area move. Always dressing light.
Hey, everybody, you can
Right,
pick
always
up
ready.
a Sports Booster Club membership
All right, Rick, what do you think they did? You want
Tonight?
to take a guess here?
Obviously,
for
the
individuals.
coach is going to remind them, like,
$40,
hey, look,
and that
don't,
includes
you know,
a season pass
be safe.
to all of
Don't get
South
injured.
City
Don't try to be a
athletic
hero.
events, or
You're
a
not gonna
family
score
pass for
21
100.
points on
That
a single
includes
play.
4 season passes.
Try to get the first down.
We'll take
do the best you
checks
can,
and
and we'll keep
checks
moving along.
and cash.
Is
But
it
you know, you-
possible to tell a
made payable to
17-year-old
the
young
Booster
man
Club.
or a 16-year-old
For
young
more
man
information,
for
head
that
on
matter, to
down
not
to
be a
the
hero?
Snack
Keep it
Shack,
cool.
and then we'll tell you all about
tough.
the
That's asking a lot.
Sports Booster
Simmer down.
membership
Simmer
sale.
down. All right, there's the snap. House back. He kicks it straight up. Not going to get much yardage there. Looks like about a 7-yard punt, and it rolls all the way back to near the line of scrimmage.
Well, looks like he was trying to find some space to get the kickoff.
Falls down
And
at
he
the
had
38-yard
plenty
line.
of room
Woodside
around
will
him, but
take
he sort
over
of
first
rushed
and
the
10
kick.
Wildcats.
And, you know, that's just going to happen if you're rushing a little bit. If the game's moving a little fast for you, I'm sure they're all feeling the pressure of being here on a nice night, on a fairly packed house on this opening game. But again, it's a 3-score game. There's a lot of game left to play, a lot to learn, a lot to glean from a game like this. And you know, last year, John, Woodside had to forfeit the last game of the season as they
do
did not
recall
have
that.
enough players.
Oh, ball on the ground. And there you go. Nice sack there by the
Sack on
South
the
City
play.
Warriors, brought down by number 4, Jesse Gutierrez, as the Woodside quarterback got the ball, thought about it for a moment, picked it up off the turf,
Down by number 4,
and went ahead and went down.
Jesse
So
Gutierrez.
Brody Crowley was sacked there for a pretty substantial
Loss of
loss.
6 yards on the
That's
play.
a nice job, John, by the Warriors there to swarm the quarterback there.
Second
One
and
guy got a hand on
16
him.
for the Wildcats.
Quarterback was still standing, but they gave him a chance to swarm him and take him down.
What do you think you can attribute to these small teams, team sizes here? You got any guesses? There's a big pass on the right side and another touchdown for Woodside. Wide open, number 10, just blew right through the South City coverage. Touchdown by Scott Morimoto, senior 5'6".
It was a nice throw. It
Woodside
had a little
Wildcats.
bit of air under it, but he had his guy wide open. Made a nice play, nice catch. So this is going to be a
44
learning
yard
experience, if that's not
touchdown
painfully
pass,
obvious
number
yet.
10, Scott Morimoto.
You know,
I'm still happy to be here, no matter what.
I have found in life that you learn a lot more from your defeats a lot of times than you do from your victories.
I've heard that. That makes sense.
There's a place that it sears into your memory, right? You know, a lot of easy time forgetting all the time. People say, hey, good job, you did well today. You brush it off, perhaps, and don't think much of it. But the really, transformative moments, those moments that sometimes sting, that are hard in the moment to deal with, can sometimes be some of the most formative ones that come back and help. As Woodside puts the ball on the turf, I don't know if this is a design play or not, but they're going for 2, and they got it. So
2-point conversion is
number
complete.
6 for the Woodside Wildcats looks pretty pumped up. Luis Robles.
Well, John, like you mentioned
5 minutes
earlier,
and 30
at
seconds
some
left
point
in the first
game,
quarter.
start
Woodside
trying
29,
tricks,
South
start
City 0.
trying your, oh, I think we got a man down here.
Well, there was a
Number
big
19.
hit. There was a big hit leveled there in the corner.
Poor number 19 here. Looks like he's in pretty bad shape. Trainer's out. I hope he's all right. I didn't see him. He was off in the corner. He was off in the end zone, and I keep forgetting that we have a little monitor here in front of me so we can watch it. That's on me. So we'll give him a chance to get his bearings. I hope that young man's all right.
Yeah, he took a pretty big hit there in the corner. I hope he's okay. Hopefully he just got the wind knocked out of him and nothing major.
John, we got some homework to do. I have in my hands some notes from last year, the end of last year. We don't get to talk about this stuff because the season ends. People move on. Seniors graduate, but we don't forget them out here. I've got the Peninsula Athletic League, the PAL's all-league list, and there are a bunch of South City kids on there. Spencer Eugenio, graduating senior. Urian Barraza, great pedigree. His dad was an awesome Warrior for us. Oscar Reyes, all 3 on first-team offense. And Calvin Pua, linebacker, first-team defense.
Some good names from the past, Eugenio and Pua. It's good to hear those names from last year.
I got one more for you,
Getting
John.
the accolades they deserve.
Demetrius
Gutu.
Gutu, who we will see soon. We will see him soon.
All right, as the Woodside player, number 19, walked off on his own power, Trent Barnwell. So hopefully he was indeed just shaken up a little bit, and he's doing a lot better.
And I got one more all-league player for you, John. Christian Ochoa, number 7. He's the defensive player of the year for the PAL, and he's on Woodside's sideline today. And I'm sure we're going to call his name here at some point. He had a tremendous year last year, and all indications are that he's primed and unblockable, as they say.
I still want to know if that 2-point conversion by Woodside was a planned play, or if the ball was put on the turf and they just kind of made it work. Because if you're a South City player and you're down now 29-0, do you take umbrage with that?
Well, like
Not
you
that
said,
any umbrage should be taken. This should be
No,
all about good sportsmanship.
I totally understand. It's a completely natural thing to get a little bit. I can't get over how cool this high shot is. I feel like I'm playing Madden.
I'm pretty much over it. His ball's taken on the 20-yard line. Crossed over to the 30, looking for a block, picks one up. Oh, dang near the 40. Looks like taken to the
Christian
38-yard
Casillas
line.
with the ball.
Christian Casillas, nice run back there. Really great
Runs
bright
back
spot
to the
there. Christian Casillas
38-yard
keeps
line,
hammering
first
away.
and 10
Great
Warriors.
run by that young man, and gets a little bit of nice momentum going into this next offensive series as you see him wait and watch and make some moves. Look at the instant replay catching some extracurricular activities. It's pretty cool. I gotta say, John, I cheated and I saw some of the drone footage on the South City Video Art website on YouTube. I recommend everybody go take a look. It was a drone shot of the gym and of all the blankets, like all the names and stuff like that from the
fantastic.
middle. Yeah, it's just a cool angle of the gym that no one has ever seen. We're talking about over 100 years, nobody's ever seen that angle. Pretty cool.
1st and 10, and House is going to burn a timeout, talk it over. Looks like there might have been a bit of a miscommunication there. You know, I'm constantly amazed at the fact that technology gets so much better and gets so much more inexpensive and approachable for folks. You know, when we started doing this, I think is this our 4th season?
I believe it's our 5th.
This is our 5th season? Wow.
Yeah.
I could look back at my phone and figure that out, I guess. So, you know, we didn't have a lot of these things as actually, as I'm speaking, we go to the drone footage. But I look at how clear and steady this is. I mean, it's not a windy night. It's not a super windy South City night.
Not a South City night yet.
Right.
It's for sure.
Well, it's windy for anywhere else but South City.
Yeah,
And this
exactly.
thing is just, you know, it's obviously got a little gyro. It's just hanging out there. That's really cool.
I'm pretty excited. Every year, we're doing more and more, and it's looking better and better.
Yeah, I mean, it can't be said enough. Aaron Boyd has really done a fantastic job.
Senor Boyd.
It's really funny, too. I told him he says all the same things to all the kids, but they're just new kids every year.
Yeah.
It's all the same things. Not too many kids on the roof. Get off the roof. Where's my camera B? Where is it?
Turn it on.
Turn it on.
It's not on.
It's not on.
Batteries.
As the Warriors are stuffed there in the backfield.
Frank House with the quarterback keeper.
Very, a little short gain there.
Gain
But I
of
told
about
him
a yard.
you could just make
2nd
one of
and
those
9
like
for the
little
Warriors.
response boards. You know, you could just hit a button.
Microphone.
Get off the roof. Get off the roof. 2 up there. 2 up there. Then you get a parrot. We're going to get Aaron Boyd a parrot for next year. It's going to be fantastic.
South City Parrot.
That's look at these Warriors here. Not just the ones on the field, but also these cheerleaders.
I'm sure you can hear them. They are loud and into it.
Getting this crowd fired up. 2nd and 9, South City looking for their first down of the game. And tried a little trickery there and sniffed out immediately by the Warriors as Joseph Nazzle was looking to dazzle, and he was brought down immediately. You got to stop doing that. By Woodside, that'll get annoying real fast.
Well, he got back there in a hurry. It was a nice play. He sniffed out what was supposed to be some misdirection from our side.
3rd down
but he was right on it.
for the Warriors.
Stayed on his man, stayed on the ball, and made a nice play in the backfield. It's going to make a longer 2nd down. Pardon, 3rd down.
3rd down.
Pardon. These 6:30 game times they're playing tricks on me. It's still light out. And keep waiting for the sun to go down, the lights to come on.
South City summertime is always just such an odd experience. It really is. I never forgot that. There's a flag on the play there, and it's going to be against South City.
Quote unquote summertime.
And it's going to be offsides on the Warriors, and it's going to take it back 5 yards. Yeah, it's. I remember as a kid. I know I've probably told the story before. I'm running out of them in 5 years, but you know, we would take some nice road trips somewhere, either up north to Canada to see family,
Ball's placed at the
down
30-yard
south to
line.
Los Angeles to maybe go to an amusement park or something.
Yeah.
And as you would approach,
3rd down
that
and
380
18 for the Warriors.
overchange right by the airport, in just this fist of fog, just hanging out there, and you're like, "Ah, that's your house. Your house is right there in the middle of that thing."
It's 380, man. The line of demarcation for the weather.
There's the pass is up.
Oh, you got a call.
It looks like a pass
That's
interference
a nice
play.
call.
Flag on the
Nice
play.
call by the referees there. The quarterback had time, made a nice throw with nice touch over the middle, and looks like the Woodside DB pulled the receiver there. So it was a nice play. Nice to see that. Result in some positive yardage here for the Warriors.
Passing interference called against
Pass
the
intended for
Wildcats.
Luis Bernardino. Looks like he was kind of dragged down by his left leg. And that's going to be helpful for the Warriors as they pick up a 1st down.
There's your 1st down. You're looking for now. First down of the season.
Are they gonna be-
2018.
Ball spot at the 45-yard line.
They're going to be short, actually.
Oh, they are.
Going to replay the down here.
Replay 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and 3 for the
So it
Warriors.
looks like 3rd and 3 for the Warriors here as we're back to the drone shot. Oh, the drone. The drone hovers high above.
You remember on the Genesis, you play NFL football '94 and go to blimp view, and it was just dots. It was awesome.
As we're just kind of quick there, getting back, kind of missed that play
bring up
there,
a
coming back
4th
from
and
the
3 for the Warriors.
drone. But swing out there to the left there into the flat, which was incomplete by House.
Sorry, everybody at home. I'm just obsessed with the drone. That's on me. Being too
Remember
excited.
there was like drone hysteria, or not hysteria, drone craze when they first came out a few years ago, and everybody had a drone. Drones galore.
Have they legislated the airspace yet when it comes to drones? I think there is some question as to where they can go, what airspaces they can be in.
Well, it's interesting you saying that, Ricky. I do have some FAA guidelines here.
Let's hear them.
According to the Federal Aviation Administration, drones may be operated no more than 400 feet in the air without prior authorization by Federal Aviation.
That's not true.
That is
Time
true.
out.
Consult your
South
local
City.
library, folks.
That's their third call.
More than
timeout of the
400
half.
feet, you're going to need some approval there, I believe.
Well, John, third timeout here, I think, called, and I think it's a good use of the timeouts here. I mean, what are you keeping them in your pocket for? You know, these kids need to learn.
Everybody, there's
We
not
need to
that big
talk
of a
this thing
line over there
through.
at the snack
We need
shack.
to keep people focused, remind
Head
them
on over.
what's going on.
Pick up something
you know,
hot to drink,
I'm very happy that
like a
this
hot
coach is not
chocolate or
afraid
a
to use his
coffee.
timeouts
They
in what
also
he deems
have
as a
food
constructive
like
fashion.
hamburgers, cheeseburgers, hot
Especially
dogs,
at this
Polish
juncture in the game.
dogs,
I mean,
chicken
it's a big
sandwiches,
deficit.
and the world
And
famous
we need to drive home what
chicken
is important
teriyaki,
for a
chicken
young
rice
team
bowl.
that
Head
has
on over
a lot of
to
games to
the
go,
snack shack,
a lot of
north
football to
end zone
play.
area, visitor side.
I'm happy that
All
this coach
proceeds
is using
help
this as a
support
teachable
South
moment.
City Athletics.
It would seem from up here.
So have something to eat and support our team
All
at
right,
the
back
same time.
to the Warriors here. Fourth down. I mean, because I just agree with you. So I don't know
Fourth
what else
down
to
and
say.
3
So
for the Warriors.
You just get the yip
You gotta throw
constructed
an
time.
additional weird thing on it. That's fine.
4th and 3. Ball at basically the 45-yard line for the Warriors. Handoff, shot up the middle, pushing and going and
Handoff to
grabbing that
Sands,
first
brought down
down.
at the 49-yard line, and that is good
Great,
enough for a
great
Warriors
play
first
there. Great way to
down.
punch it in for the first down of the game. Look at this guy's fired up.
And the Warriors are going to have to find a taste for that because that's South City football. It's running up the gut, imposing your will, and that's the game I'm used to seeing played by the Warriors as far back as I can remember. Not a lot of passing, not a fancy running game, we're just punching it through.
All right, ball in the 50, first down for the Warriors. I almost called them the Dubs. They can't do that. Can't do that. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Got a nice little march going on here. Another handoff, right side. Looks like stuffed after about a 2-yard gain. Looking to see who that was.
Handoff to Sands.
That was Lance Sands once again.
Gain of a yard on the play. Check that, gain of 2 yards on the
I
play.
think you got to
Second and 8
agree
for the
this
Warriors.
offense is going to heavily rely this year, Rick, on Frank House, 6'5", 165-pound quarterback. I know that he's listed as a defensive back, but they're not going to try to use him that way, according to the coach, Jerome Lee. They want to keep him fresh and keep him on offense. House back. Oh, and the pass is just a little bit behind
House's
the
pass is
intended
incomplete.
receiver there, number 5, Lawrence Montalban.
Bringing up a third down here. See the Warriors get excited to get the pass game on as we see a little instant replay here.
I'm intoxicated by the smell of the world-famous chicken teriyaki bowl here. I can barely focus.
They accepting debit card yet over there, man?
I actually brought cash
Oh,
for
you're
once.
smart.
Third
Because
down
I
and
was
8 for
tired
the
of
Warriors.
going over there and begging for a hot dog or a chicken teriyaki bowl. I remember one year you refinanced your house and you bought everything for all the kids behind us in line. I thought that was a misappropriation of funds, but
It's a bad idea, John. Interest rates have jumped. Very, very poor idea.
yeah, we're looking at 4.3% for a 30-year fix as the Warriors take the ball looking for another first down. Swung out to Sands again. Oh, it just looks like he got tripped up there
Lance
right on
Sands
the
with
50.
the ball. Brought down at
Still
the
a nice run, John. He
45-yard
got
line.
5 yards from it. Let's see if
I really felt like he was about to break it, but he got kind of tripped up there in the backfield ever so slightly. I don't know why I'm watching the field. I just watch this
Fourth
beautiful
down
monitor.
and
I'm like
5 yards
squinting.
to go for the
It
Squinting.
reminds
Warriors.
me
This is the field.
of Cowboy Stadium. You go see Jerry Jones monstrosity. Sometimes you end up watching that huge TV thing instead of the actual game.
See, I don't think it is a monstrosity, though, because football in and of itself is a bit of an overblown, over-the-top game, and you're in Texas, so why not build that thing,
It
It's
can be
suited for
two.
Texas.
It can be two things.
right?
It is both a
It's not-
monstrosity and perfect.
It's not a Montessori school. It's a football stadium, and it's America's
yeah.
team, supposedly. All right, 4th and 5. Warriors looking for a first down. House is on the move. He's got a corner if he can get it. Picks up a block by Sands to the 30 and pushed out of bounds. Right at the 29-yard line. Great run by House and a first down.
Perfect decision making there by the young quarterback. He held his own. He decided he's going to make a run around the corner, and that's what he did. So just a fantastic play by that young man.
Feeling good about this. A very nice drive from the Warriors. A lot of bright spots to pick up here.
See here, Mr. Boyd, the disembodied voice here, calling out the time left. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. The Warriors are going to be happy to see tick away, as they have found some offensive rhythm here.
This game is clicking by pretty quick. We might make it to Santino's Bertolucci's before they close. As House is back, tripped up, but hits the corner on the right side, picks up a block and gets taken down by number 20 of the Woodside Wildcats, Nolan Irion. That guy is everywhere. I've been saying that name a lot.
The nice run again by the quarterback, and what that's going to do is it's going to force Woodside to make some changes. If they think that he's going to run the ball, they cannot just hang back and wait for that to happen. They're going to
gain of 6. It's going to be second down and 4
which is
yards
going to
to
open
go
up
for
the
the
game
Warriors.
for running and passing for the Warriors. So they probably don't know much about that young man except for the limited tape that they have from him in 2017. So it's a learning experience for everybody. So we'll see what changes are made here.
Well, back to the drone.
The view from the
That'll
drone.
do it for the first quarter.
And that's
here
the end of the
at
first
Clifford
quarter
Field.
as the Woodside Wildcats lead
Score
your
29,
South City
Woodside,
Warriors
South City 0.
29-0.
And you got to treat it like a new game. New quarter, new game. Score's not important. The score is still, I mean, close. It's a 4-score game. You know, I mean, game's not over by any stretch of the imagination. And the Warriors are feeling confident here, getting some positive yardage, making some plays. The game's slowing down for them. It's a good thing. It's a very good thing.
I agree. South City is on the move. There's a lot of positives to take out of this drive. You can already see a little shimmy, a little shake, a little change in their step and body language.
That's right.
For these
you
Warriors.
can totally tell that. Absolutely.
I mean, obviously they were really dejected, you know, after that. I think it was about a 90-yard run for a touchdown, and a couple quick plays by Woodside to go up by 3 scores. But now that they've got a little bit of momentum here on offense, I can see definitely a change.
The one thing I'd like to see is my quarterback here, Frank House, maybe sliding a little bit because the South City kids sometimes are so tough, John. We've seen it over and over again where they want that extra yard and they put their body in harm's way. And I'm like, hey, man, you know, it's a short staff. You know, go into your slide. Don't take a big hit, an unnecessary hit, and you want to see these kids up and running. But you know, it's hard. They don't understand that. They just want the extra yard, even if they get hit. They want to get hit, man. They're probably waiting a long time for this game.
As we flip sides here on the field after some words of encouragement from Coach Jerome Lee, first-year coach here. Mixing in his new type of offense this year, a little variation on the pistol. Mixing it up.
John, if you can believe it, Coach Lee's only the 6th head coach of this program in 100 years of the school being open. I don't know, I think the football program has got to be, shoot, at least 60 years old by now.
How old is the Bell Trophy?
That's crazy.
That's got to be at least 60 years old. As House is back, looks down his receiver. It's Sands on the left side. Picks it up. Gets a nice little juke there. He juked number 14 of the Woodside Wildcats and picked up a nice little first down there.
Over 50 years of Bell
Pass
games.
is complete.
Over 50 years of Bell games.
50 years of Bell games, only 6 coaches for this storied franchise.
And that's
Coach
good enough for a
Dion
Warriors
was
first
responsible
down.
for 150 plus
Ball will be
in
placed at
30
the
years as part of
14-yard
this
line.
football program.
First and 10 Warriors.
The storied franchise in the shadows of the Ora Wheat Bakery right down the street from Little Luca Sandwich Shop.
Powering our players.
Or as I like to call South
Thought
City,
of sandwiches. Powering our players.
South City is the blue-collar sandwich mecca of the world.
Yes, it is, John.
It really is. The list goes on and on. As that's not, it goes further than
And
that
off
run,
to number 10,
unfortunately.
Dominic
As
Kayab.
number 10 for South City, Dominic Kayab. It's brought down to the backfield. I don't know how to say it. I'm sorry,
That's
guys.
all right. We're
Stopped at
working
the
on it.
Sorry there,
15-yard
champ.
line.
You're
We're
gonna
working on
listen to this later
Loss
and be
of
like,
a
who
yard.
is that guy? He's nobody. Don't
Second
worry
and
about
11 for the
We'll
Warriors.
get better, I promise. It's the first game for us.
it. I need my name on the list to get in the building. I need phonetic spelling of all the names.
Who let you in? Was it Mr. Hill?
Yeah, the auto, he's still here doing auto shop.
Yeah,
huh?
I thank you for giving me the tip because I was like, hey, Mr. Hill? And he said, yeah. Oh, hey, man, I'm with the broadcast. That sounds like we're not on the list. He's like, well, Mr. Boyd will vouch for you. I knew your name.
Well,
so.
I told the lady, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to give a very elaborate story here to say $4 to get into the game. I think is what it is.
You got to become members of the Booster Club.
It wasn't an elaborate story, I assure you. As South City for second down here is looking for a little. Oh, it's an interception by House. He's taken down and throws the ball up, and it's picked off by the Wildcats. We got whistles on the play. Slowing things down here. It's coming back. And let's find out what happened there.
I'm trying to see if any referee is making a motion, but they're calling this play dead, which is obviously a huge break for the Warriors.
Big break
Say
there
no
for the
play.
Warriors.
Be curious
Waving
what
it off.
Curious what the call is there.
All right, they're waving it off, but we do have some a little bit of exuberance from some of the Woodside players. I don't know if they're just trying to stay warm.
The only thing I saw was the referee essentially saying that there was no play.
Ball's placed at the 15-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Warriors.
And once again, just a very nice break for the Warriors, who could certainly use one here. A tough first quarter there.
Speaking of being able to use something, I could really use a world famous chicken teriyaki.
Who are the Bulls benefiting, John? Do we have any idea? The golf team, perhaps?
You know, we'll have to venture over there to the snack shack and see who's there. As South City's got new life, 3rd down. House is back, and House is sacked immediately, busting right through the
House
O
is
line.
brought
Number
down to the
28,
backfield.
Tariq Burley, junior inside linebacker. Watch him break through here on the replay. Boom, he goes right through, right over to House.
The young quarterback did well to hold on to the ball there because you're right, he came through unimpeded.
Ball's placed at the
Yeah,
19-yard
he's
line.
definitely holding the ball correctly. He's not holding it like a loaf of bread. Speaking of a loaf of bread, sponsored by Orwe.
We really got to eat dinner before this thing's.
4th
Yeah,
down
really,
and
we
really
15
can't
for
wait
the Warriors.
All kidding
9
aside,
o'clock to eat.
all kidding aside, I had about 11:30 lunch. I had a real early lunch, and it's almost time. Well, that's what happens though when you fight traffic.
Yeah.
You know, I got here maybe 5 minutes before kick. You got here about 5 to 8 minutes after kick, and so that's what you do.
We're doing
you just,
our best.
You just sit in the booth
Thanks,
and you
Bay
stare
Area.
at people's chicken teriyaki bowls. It's just what you
That's
do.
right.
Almost picked off there.
Pass
Around
got
to
it
the
down.
right-hand side there by House, and that was broken up by Woodside.
That DB made
Woodside
a
will
nice
take
play,
over on
almost came
down.
away with an interception. I think he sniffed it. And Frank House put some Tapatio on that thing, and it came in hot. DB couldn't handle
Ball
it.
remains at the 19-yard line.
I'm sure these South
Woodside
City Warrior receivers
the
are used
first
to
and
getting
10.
it in the breadbasket. Right, dang it. Sorry.
I was actually thinking about Cholula hot
No
sauce
more
while
break.
you were talking. I don't know what you said.
Tapatio.
Oh, yeah.
Tapatio.
I think I'm more of a Cholula guy.
That's fine.
Depends. You know what's highly overrated, though? I will say,
What's
one
that?
of the most highly
What's
overrated
that?
hot sauces of all time. Sriracha. It's just overrated. I mean, does it taste good? Sure. It's hot. It's got a little garlic, twist to it. But they put it in everything. Garlic mayo, sriracha mayo. They put it on your sushi. It's everywhere. It's fairly ubiquitous at this point. As Woodside with a little loss there. It lost, it looks like about 1.5 yards. And they're going to try again with 2nd and 12.
I think marketing, man, the bottle's cool. The bottle's neat. It's got a cool logo. Looks good on a T-shirt.
Am I making
that's
this up,
all
or
it
do I
is.
remember a few years ago they were saying they were going to have a hard time producing it, and they made it sound like they weren't going to have as much sriracha? I'm making it sound like it was,
in about 2 yards on the run. Touchdown
it
at
was
the
in short
20-yard
supply.
line.
We're
Trying
running,
to
we're running
fake-
out of this red chili.
Fake a
3rd
craze,
down and
as it
9
were.
for
Another
the
nice
Wildcats.
play by the Warriors there. They're strong up the middle right now.
Yeah,
That
great
brings up a
defensive
short
stop
3rd
there.
down. You got to be careful here on a short 3rd down. They can lull you into thinking they're doing something short and then just go for a bomb. That's what you got to be aware of here.
Woodside was met by the big blue wall there.
You're going for a quick screen there.
Quick screen and just a speedy number 5 for Woodside. He found a corner and he is just unstoppable. That guy is quick across the 50-yard line.
Complete to number 5.
That's number 5, Josh Peterson. Yeah, 5'2", 100-pounder. I mean, he's just the Muggsy Bogues of that team.
He's quick.
You don't know who that is? Read a book, kids.
Yeah, he's quick. You got a blocker
Back
in
down
front
at
of
the
him.
46
Got a
yard
couple
line of the Warriors.
blockers in front of him. Just a nice play call there. They got a big chunk of
First
yards.
and 10 Wildcats.
As the Warriors continue to learn as they go.
Was Muggsy Bogues still like at least 6? Was he a 6-footer or was he 5-something? He was 5'3",
he was
5'4".
like my height.
Was he really?
If that, yeah, 5'6".
In much better shape, I'd imagine.
Indeed.
All right.
He could
Woodside's
dunk.
brought down.
And
was
off
awesome.
to number 5, Josh Peterson.
We digress as there's a short gain
5-yard
there.
gain on
Former
play,
Golden
2nd
State
and 5.
Warrior Muggsy Bogues.
Josh Peterson again. This guy did what? He just doesn't get tired? Is that the thing? To be young. I got tired putting on my socks this morning. Just recovered.
That's sciatica.
All right, 2nd and 5. Woodside swings it out. Right side. Little juke, little Jimmy, and he's got a first down across the 30 as a flag comes raining in.
Pass complete to number 14.
I'd be interested to see what that
on the
flag
play.
is on the two Warriors. They're kind of converging on the receiver there as we wait for the call.
That was Woodside's Ethan Mooney there with the first down. That's right about the place where the traffic actually really starts to hit you. It's right by Woodside off 280. That's where you really start to get the back up a little bit. Everybody says
Offsetting
Friday's not so
penalties
bad though.
against
Friday
both
light.
teams.
Compared to what?
Well, now that school's back in session, man, it's all pretty bad.
Yeah. That's true. We got face mask against the Warriors.
Is Coach V still
Offsetting
the
penalties,
AD
replay
for
2nd down.
Woodside? Did I just make that up? Where's our stat guy?
You want to make sure that stat from 17 years ago is still fresh?
My same roster. Oh, I'm sorry. It's like last year's packet.
2nd and 5 for the Wildcats.
Okay, looks like those offsetting penalties there because we've reset for 2nd and 5. Fakes the handoff, goes on the left there. Woodside's quarterback, Brody Crowley, gets a nice gain there and another Woodside first
Crowley
down.
keeps the
As
ball.
Woodside's putting it together again and they got a nice little march going.
They do, John. They're in a good rhythm. You certainly don't expect to see the quarterback keep it and run. He's taking some nice big steps, but he's certainly not the fastest
First and
quarterback.
10 Wildcats.
So they're
Ball
going to keep
placed
the
at the
Warriors on their
26-yard
toes.
line.
They're not going to just go up the middle every time. They are working on their season as well. They're going to break out the playbook and do what they can. And they're learning too.
First and 10, it looks like Crowley's getting some information from his sideline. Getting ready, dispatches it to his troops, backs up in the shotgun formation, ready to take the snap.
There he goes. He's
And
holding it and going again.
He's running again. Looks like that was designed. So he's
Crowley,
taken out of
quarterback
bounds. Man,
keeper,
he is about
run out
a
of
foot
bounds.
taller than everybody else I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's quite a stride that quarterback has. It takes 3 steps and gets 10 yards. Well, that's one thing the Warriors have to be weary of.
I was talking to Mayor Dave the other day. Mayor Dave is my father. We call him Mayor Dave. It's a long story. Don't have time to talk about it here on the radio. Or I'm sorry, here on the YouTube Live. On the radio. I got a face for radio, folks. As another hit to the corner and finds the end zone once again. Number
Touchdown
5,
Wildcats.
Josh Peterson. But he gets
John, I think it's going to come back. I thought I saw a hold there at the very start of that play. We'll see what the referees decide here.
On the instant replay there, I'm seeing the flag come in. Here in the booth, there is about a 2.5 foot. Here come the excuses.
The
Are you
pillar.
Flag on the
2.5
play.
foot pillar in the
Holding
middle of the
against the
booth.
Wildcats.
And so I literally missed that exact part of the play and just saw him hit that corner and go in for the score. So
Can we just tear this thing down, the whole thing, make it a big old
Once
glass-
again, holding on the play, no
glass
touchdown.
situation.
I mean, shouldn't
That'll
at
go
some
against
point,
the
I mean, with
Wildcats.
the amount of technological advancement that Aaron Boyd has brought to this production crew. At some point, we're gonna have VR, right? We're gonna be like we're gonna be like on the field.
We won't
seeing
even
what's
be
going on.
here. They won't even be playing. The band won't actually be here.
Maybe we could be here with VR headsets doing the game that's like an away game.
We'll get Google to do it. He'll do it.
Right. As we digress, there's a handoff and another flag. Another flag there. Looks like
Flag
the area
on
of
the play.
offensive holding. And it's going to be holding. It's going to bring it back.
Call goes against the Wildcats.
I'm curious why the Wildcat offense would do something like that.
Drone
Holding.
shot.
Woodside.
It looks like water, man. It really does look like the island from this view. It's
very-
amazing.
And the shot is just so placid that it really kind of gives you that effect. So, you know, we didn't talk about this. We've been on a pretty long hiatus here.
Yeah, we
How
have.
was your summer?
Oh, it was great. Thank you for asking. Got 2 little kids.
I don't care. We got to fill time.
I know. 2 kids.
3rd down and
Very
11.
nice kids. We're happy to see their god sister today. Very excited to see their sister at the Museum of Ice Cream.
I just you know, I don't know.
I'd
who
rather
put
be
on-
here. I'd rather be here, John, to be honest with you.
I don't know who put on this Museum of Ice Cream thing, as Crowley has a nice little swing out to the flat, but immediately
Pass
sniffed out by the
complete,
Warriors.
brought
A nice
down
tackle
immediately
there
by number
by Joseph
25,
Nazzle.
Braulio
I will say.
Corrado.
Fantastic convergence there by the Warriors defense. This has been a nice defensive stand for them here as the Woodside offense faces a long 4th down here. I think they're going to, I guess they go for it. It seems pretty long for a kick as we see number 21 come in for Woodside. Who's 21? Is he a kicker?
That's number 21, Nathan Yoho.
I don't see anything next to his name, so we'll see what they're doing.
That's great. Yeah. Back to the Museum of Ice Cream. You know, that's really gets stuck in my craw. And it's smart, though. Very smart. As Crowley's back, he's looking to pass, looking down left side, ball's up way high. Almost picked off in and out of the hands.
Crowley's pass
Christian
is
Curcias is going to
incomplete.
go to bed tonight dreaming about that interception. Unfortunately, kid, it's all right. It happens.
Broken up by number
Yeah, it's
2,
okay. Get
Christian
in front of
Curcias.
it. Make a play. Try to make a play. Either way, the Warriors get the ball back, so no harm, no foul. Just, I'm sure he'll get a nice ribbing from the teammates later.
Warriors will
So the
take
Museum
over
of
on
Ice Cream.
downs. 1st and 10 Warriors.
Really smart for the millennial generation. God, it's
We're millennials, technically, man.
someone told me we were Zennials. We're right on the cusp.
Yeah, that's actually a great name, Zennial.
We're on the cusp there because we remember the world prior to the internet. I think that's the main denominator there. But anyway, you just build a place that's all about someone's Instagram feed blowing up or Facebook
Yeah,
or whatever.
it's just a long photo op is what
Right.
it is.
And I hear that for the $40 that you pay to get into this thing, at the end they give you like a tiny 1-ounce serving of soft serve ice cream.
Oh, I hope that's not true. I promised my kids they'd have like a liter of ice cream.
You would
Here
think
we
they
go.
would.
Oh, look at it. He's gone.
It's to the
He's
5,
gone.
the 40, the 30, the 20. Oh, no one's going to touch him. Touchdown, Warriors. Frank House. You want to talk about ice cream? He got sprinkles on that one, folks.
He took it to the house, John.
Oh, we got a flag.
I think it's some excessive
72
celebration. That would be my guess, but
Oh, let the kids play.
you gotta
Zebra.
let him have it. Look at this instant replay. He's got 5 yards between him and the next guy. And you mentioned earlier, John, you thought you saw him ready to break away, and he got tripped up right at the last moment. And this time, when he's not tripped up, wow, that was a blast.
That was a fantastic
We saw
replay
it.
by our crew.
We saw
Frank
it. Good
House, the
replay.
doctor, is in.
Lay off, Mr. Boyd. They
Anybody
played the
remember-
replay. It was well timed. It was perfect.
Does anybody remember that series?
What's that?
Frank House.
The doctor guy?
Dr. House.
My brother liked that show very much.
Well, your brother's kind of a doctor.
He's he's a dentist.
He's a
That's
quasi-doctor.
That's not a doctor.
Yeah. My
Dennis
mother-in-law
is not a
reminded him
doctor.
of that. That was pretty funny.
That's
we digress. Another story.
That was awesome, man. That's the South City that I'm used to. That's the South City we saw in that dang near 100-point game with Woodside. And maybe that will loosen these kids up.
As the kick is up and snuffed out immediately.
Extra
that's
point is no
unfortunate,
good.
but, still,
3
South
minutes
City
and
hits the
46
boards
left.
at 29-6
Seconds
here.
left in the half.
They have broken that
Woodside
seal.
29, South
They
City
have
6.
met the end zone. Great touchdown there by Frank House. And I feel like another drone shot at some point. I mean, really.
You know, John, there it is. And, you know, John, this is
Called that, didn't I?
Yes, you did. This is a nice quarter here by the coaching staff, by the kids. You know, it's tough not to see the whole score, but, you know, you got to play it one series at a time. And in the second quarter, they've completely outplayed them, defensively, offensively. these Warriors are putting together a nice quarter of football that they can build off of. Whether or not that translates into a 30-point comeback, it's not really important because we have a whole season to worry about. And these coaches know that. They're coaching for the season, not coaching for a single game.
We got a great crowd out here tonight, as you just saw.
It's a great crowd.
It's early in the school year. What are we, like a weekend, 2 weeks into the school year?
A couple weeks at most.
A couple weeks at most here in the school year, and a lot of them have found that there's nothing better to do on a Friday night but to come here and cheer on their Warriors. I couldn't agree more with them. As the kick is up, it's a short kick, received at the 20-yard line by Woodside. Waiting for a block. There's a flag back in the area of, looks like holding for the receiving team.
Ball brought back by number 3, David Silk.
David Silk is brought down, the
Flags on the
5'10" sophomore.
What was the call there, John? Was that indeed a hold on the team? Let's see here.
It looked like it was in the area of
Let's
holding.
talk about it.
Let's have a discussion.
They don't let him because he's quarterback. Everybody's like.
There's so many penalties by the Wildcats.
Penalty goes against Woodside.
It's the first game for the
Holding.
officials, too, so they're stretching out the flag.
It's confusing to me, though. The Wildcats would hold and do so much, considering
Ball's
that
placed
they're
at
up
the
pretty
19-yard
comfortably.
line, first and 10.
I think it's a wise man who once said, take a look.
Wildcats.
It's in a book. It's Reading
Rainbow.
Yeah. LeVar Burton. LeVar Burton? Is that right?
Yeah.
He also played, he played Data on Star Trek
No,
The Next Generation.
that
no,
was
not Data.
someone-
He played the guy, the blind guy with the thing. And
Well, he wasn't blind. I think that thing helped him see.
well, yeah, he was blind until he had the thing, as Woodside with a nice run there. And that's Nathan Yoho around the right-hand side, hits the flat, picks up some blockers, and gets a 23-yard gain.
Well, he made a nice little shoulder shimmy there to shake the
Force
second
collar
level
tackle.
defenders there.
Penalty
It's a
called
nice
against
play
the
by
Warriors.
the Warriors to keep him from reaching Pater. As
That's
it
a
were.
personal
I wanna
foul.
See another Frank House here.
And there's a personal foul against the Warriors, so that's the first mental
15-yard
mistake really
penalty.
we've seen from the Warriors today, and that's going to give Woodside an extra 15 yards. Can we fly
Ball
the
will be
drone
spotted
over
at the
to the South
42-yard
City,
line, first and 10
the South
Wildcats.
San Francisco, the industrial city sign?
Can you go check on my car in the parking lot? Can you drone it over? Maybe Mr. Chin's old portable. Mr. Chin's retired, man. Can you believe that?
I can indeed. I follow his daughter on Instagram.
Which one, Mallory or Aaron?
Erin.
Oh, okay.
Looks like she's doing well. She looks like a South Bayer just like me. I'm like, hey, I know that place.
That's cool.
They're hanging out at the Prune Yard or wherever it may be.
Hand off to Yoho.
Small community, man. South City's a small community. I met
Brought
a
down
gal.
at the
She's an
36-yard
admin
line.
for one of the managers there.
Second
Turns
down
out
and
she
4
grew up
yards
on
to go
St.
for the
Cloud.
Wildcats.
We got a whole family of
St. Cloudians.
South City cats. It's just everywhere you go, man.
I think there's no doubt there's always an affinity for where you grew up. As there's a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be offsides there on the Woodside Wildcats. I like the alliteration.
Take a look.
No gain on the play. Brought
Wow,
down
that
immediately
feels
by
good.
number
Alliteration
53,
feels
Antonio Panate.
But what are you going to do for South City? The South City Salamanders.
That's a penalty
That's not good.
That'd be
against
awful.
Woodside.
Remember they said they were going to rename them to the Road Runners? I remember
South City Sloths.
there were talk.
Don't give anybody ideas.
It's going to be
There
a
were talks
5-yard
they were going
penalty.
to be the Road Runners. That would have been awful, awful, awful.
Well, I think that does.
Ball be placed at the
that does
42-yard
deserve a
line.
conversation. I think in a lot of times there was, a lot of sadly even some NFL teams. One I'm thinking of in particular, but very
Second down and 10
derogatory
yards
towards
to go for the
Americans. Is
Wildcats.
completely wrong.
With the DC team, that'd be the
That
Washington
DC team, but the Warriors very noble. It's a warrior. It's the warrior class of folks, and I think that's you could have many different kinds. So anyway, that's my take on it. I can't believe that that DC team hasn't changed their name after all these years. Did you hear that even the Cleveland Indians are changing?
They're getting rid of the kind of racially insensitive Chief Wahoo, I think is his name.
I mean, just the
that
name is
his
enough
name.
to kind of, gosh, come on, guys.
That is his name.
Come on now. That's somebody thought
Couple
of that in like
yard gain on the play.
1946.
Third
That's a
down
great
and
name.
4 for the Wildcats.
This will work. Throw that on the jersey.
Big third down here for the Warriors to see if they can come up with a defensive stop. It's third and short. Another wide receiver screen here.
Almost tipped off there by the Warriors, but that pass is received and hits the corner and into the end zone.
Pass is complete
Very fleet of feet there.
for a
Ethan Mooney,
touchdown, number
just so
14,
close from being
Ethan
broken up
Mooney.
there by the Warriors. Big guy, number 53, Antonio Penta. He was right there in the backfield and probably missed that ball by about 6 inches.
Even Mooney got there in a hurry. caught the ball, made a football move, and he was off and running.
A football type move.
A football type move.
What does that even mean?
It means what it means. Look how quickly he gets to the end zone here. He's a tall kid. He's got a long stride.
It's always bothered me about the rule book, right? It's make a football type move. You know? You like hold it like a Heisman thing real quick. Yeah, South City does have a very special place, Merritt. I think that no matter where you grow up, you know, it is a small community, but you have an affinity from where you're from. You know, the weather's not so great. You got about 9 months of winter.
Timeout here.
Timeout.
We're going to talk
Woodside.
about the extra point.
We're going to have a discussion on it. Maybe they can think about
Their first
talk
call,
about going for two,
timeout.
maybe. But
Come on, Woodside. Let's keep this thing going.
Hey, get a
was
jump
nice to get-
start
it was
on
nice to
the
get it today, I guess is what
halftime
I'm trying to say.
line over at
It always
the
rambling
is.
fashion.
It always is, man. I'm really happy to be here.
I wish
They
I had
still
time to
have
hit up
some
world famous rolling pin
teriyaki
donuts.
chicken rice
Really, there
balls,
are no better
nice,
donuts.
hot,
Next time.
I
Yeah,
have
no,
look,
there isn't.
look at
They also have hot
there's a camera
chocolate,
here. You can see
coffee,
I have tested,
hot
and I have
dogs,
not found a better
cheeseburgers,
donut.
hamburgers,
And I've tried.
rolls,
I have tried.
sausages, chicken
Actually,
sandwiches.
that's not
they
true. I
got
had some
it
better
all.
ones.
They even
I
got
did have
chips,
one in
cookies,
Portland.
candy.
There was a place called Blue
Sometimes
Star
they have
Donuts.
nachos.
Okay.
I think it's
So
like they're
head
like a
on over to
juggernaut
the
now. It's a
snack
big
shack.
chain.
All proceeds
Their
benefit
chocolate
Do they
donuts
do
are
like
City
solid.
crazy
Athletics.
donuts?
See,
You
I
know,
don't
like
like
maple bacon type stuff where they have the
So that's Voodoo Donuts. in
voodoo
Portland.
donuts.
And
okay.
they're like, oh, look at us guys. We went ahead and put a Captain Crunch on this donut. You're
That's
like,
too much.
that's ridiculous. It's just a
That's
donut.
one donut.
I just want, and that's what I liked about Blue Star. Their kitsch is just that we make really high quality donuts. It's like just a chocolate
That's it.
ganache donut.
That's what we do.
Yeah. I think they might have had like one that had like lavender on it or something. It's Portland. I'll give them a break on that one too. There's a big place up there. Actually, San Francisco has one now called Salt and Straw. It's a big ice cream spot. And
That's not in the Ferry building, is it?
you know what? I believe it is. I believe it is. I was actually in the Ferry building recently.
High snap.
As looks like there's a high snap, and I don't know if this is the design play or not. The ball's on the turf, picked up by
Extra
South
point
City, but
attempt
that's
is
gonna,
no good.
they're gonna whistle the play dead
With
as
1
it's the
minute,
extra
20
point.
seconds.
Still a nice play by South City there to not give up
1
on
minute,
the play.
19
The
seconds left
Young
in
man
the
on the
half.
Wildcats there dropped the ball. I think he was
Woodside
starting to make a
35,
pass
South
before
City
he
6.
realized where he was there. So
That's
on we
Braulio
go.
Prado, senior 5'11", 200-pounder for these Warriors.
Do you remember Bip Roberts, John, on the San Francisco Giants broadcast? Bip Roberts used to say, you got to win the inning, is what he would say. And the Warriors need to win the quarter. I'm going to quote one Bip Roberts. Warriors got to win the quarter. And by my count, it's all tied up 6-6. And that's a positive. You can work with that. And you better believe the Warriors are looking to score here before the end of the half. I anticipate some nice long yardage attempts here.
Was that your version of Best Believe That?
Best believe that.
Bip Roberts. The immortal words of Bip Roberts. Let's put Captain Crunch on this donut,
Wherever
folks.
you are, Bip Roberts.
Anyway, if you're ever in San Bruno, Rolling Pin Donuts, right after 280, take that exit for Sneath Lane. Just go straight, it's right there. Can't beat it. Short kick and received by South City.
Alex Gutierrez had a
real
nice
close to
chance
breaking.
there to get some positive yardage, and he did just
Ball
that.
brought back by
Probably
number
wasn't
15,
expecting to get the
Alex
ball there, but
Gutierrez.
he went straight ahead, didn't try to get fancy, and he got the Warriors right at midfield, which is where they need to be in a
Brought
minute.
down at the 47
And so they're going to
line,
break out
first
the
and 10
playbook and see
Warriors.
if they can maybe get into field goal range, I suppose, but more likely than that, they're going to try and go for the end zone here. So a great chance to break up the playbook here.
Yeah, they got 1:04 left. This is high school football, so after 10 yards, if there is a first down, it will stop the clock. Warriors have burned all their timeouts. They got no timeouts remaining here. So they're going to try to do their best 1 minute drill, get into the locker room with hopefully another 6 or 7 points on the board. Little fake, Frank House with the ball. Nice little gain there of
Frank
about
House with
6
the
yards.
keeper, brought down at the 49-yard line of Woodside.
I can only guess
Gain of
yardage
4
when it's right
yards.
in front of us at the 50-yard line.
2nd and 6 for the Warriors.
Hard time with these angles. There you go. Frank House picks up a nice little block there, and he gets hauled down by the Woodside defender.
Well, the Warriors are slow poking it here.
Yeah, the clock is running. 30 seconds left, so I don't know if we're. Looks like South City's just saving it up for maybe their 1 or 2 best plays here before the half. We got about 15 seconds left for the Warriors. Snap to House is high. Nice little block in the backfield, stops the sack, thrown out of bounds. Smart play there by
House's
House, not
pass is
forcing it.
incomplete.
Leaves 3 seconds left on the clock. Time for one more
I'll
play
bring
here
up a
for the
3rd
Warriors.
and 6 for the Warriors. With
See if they,
3.2
sounds like they're
seconds
electing to
left
do
on
this,
the
maybe the
clock for the
safer
half.
thing here, which is to not extend themselves too much, as they are on a short staff here today.
Yeah, you don't want to go chasing waterfalls. You want to stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to.
TLC, no one better.
And after this, we got 3 seconds here to march off the clock. And after that, we're going to go to our intrepid sideline reporter.
I'm excited. Always happy to meet our new crew every year.
It is great to see the new people every year. Aaron Boyd's here every year. He doesn't seem to age,
No, he doesn't.
unfortunately.
Looking good.
And there's just surrounded by new ones. And there's a handoff there by the Warriors, and that's going to go ahead and end the half.
And
35
that'll
to
do
6.
it for the first half.
Woodside Wildcats
After one
are
half
up
here at Clifford Field.
here at
Woodside
Clifford
35,
Field in South City.
South City 6.
Well, John, you know, what can you say? It was a tough first quarter, and, you know, that's unfortunate for the Warriors. But on the other hand, they had a great second quarter, and that's something they're going to talk about in the locker room here as a positive that they can glean from this. They got to take it one quarter at a time. And we're going to go down, I think, to our intrepid sideline reporter, as you mentioned, John. Her name is Grace, and she is down there. Go right ahead.
Go.
You're on.
Yeah,
My name is Grace Miller, and I'm here with Camelia and Dekai. How do you think the first half went?
I think the first half went pretty good. The guys are working really hard.
Yeah, we've been gaining some more momentum this last quarter. Just need the boys to keep it up, and we're off to a good start.
Go Warriors! What do you think they can do better?
Defense, yeah. Defense would probably, we need to see more effort coming from the defensive side.
Yeah.
Back to you in the booth.
Thank you, Grace.
thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
Grace. More intelligent fans I have never seen.
Dang.
Defense wins championships.
She kept it real. She said we need to see the momentum from the defense keep up. I think we're out of a job, John. I know I'm out of a job.
And now for our halftime entertainment.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us here for halftime. We'll be back with you in about 15 minutes as the Wildcats look to gain some more momentum here at Clifford Field. As once again, it's 35 to 6. Wildcats lead.
The cheerleaders of Woodside. And now, for your halftime entertainment, the cheerleaders of your South City Warriors. The South City Warrior Cheerleaders. Hey everybody, you got about 3 more minutes to go get a snack at the Snack Shack. It's being run by the girls from the girls basketball team. All proceeds are going to benefit the girls basketball team as well as all of the teams here at South City High. So go on over and pick up a snack like a cheeseburger, hamburger, or the teriyaki chicken rice bowls because they're world famous, or some coffee or hot chocolate, and run back into the stands and catch the second half of action that'll start in about 3 minutes.
Well, the weather hasn't heated up, but we hope these Warriors do here in the second half.
This is a South City warm night by any measure. This is a beautiful night.
It's a single layer night, and by that I mean 3 layers is considered a single layer in South City. So it's a single layer night.
See any short sleeves?
Mm-hmm.
A couple coaches out here in short sleeves.
And shorts.
Typical.
Yeah, that's intimidation
South City
right
Renegades.
there. All that is intimidation.
When I lived in Texas, John, I would jump off the plane in shorts at night and head to like a Giants game in shorts. There's just nothing like the sharp, cold wind that the Bay Area affords you.
Well, it should be
Ocean
noted,
wind,
you dress like a
combined with
homeless golf pro when you're not working.
Hey, I have a golf anecdote.
Well, speaking of golf,
Where's Mr. Boyd here? I want to make sure he hears this. John, Catherine Batang, incoming senior, qualified for the 2018 Junior Girls U.S. Open. It was played at.
Get out of here.
It was played at Pebble Beach. Perhaps you've heard of it.
I have.
Coach Boyd, Mr. Boyd. Catherine Batang, did I pronounce that right? I just read up on her today. I was reading up on all the stuff I missed over summer. And that's just incredible that she got to do that. She shot a 4 over 76 during her qualifying round at Corral de Tierra Country Club in Salinas. She finished 3 shots behind the winners.
And almost like a doting father, he ran and grabbed a newspaper for me about Catherine.
I got a quote for you. It's considered the biggest tournament for girls in the world, said South City golf coach Aaron Boyd.
Wow,
His words.
It's just like he knows a thing or two about golf, doesn't
His
he?
words. She missed the cut, but still, awesome. Still.
She shot a 73?
Yeah, you believe that?
Get out of here.
Yeah, she crushed it.
At Pebble Beach.
No. That was, see, she shot a 73
that was the qualifier.
at the qualifier in Salinas.
Still, I could shoot a 73 if I had unlimited mulligans.
Forever mulligans.
Can I get unlimited mulligans, please? That would be, man, it just get. All right, I'm going towards layer 2 here.
Are you really?
Don't
Stop
judge
being
me.
such a baby.
Don't judge me.
Jeez, man.
Don't judge me.
Jeez Louise.
I'll say what every young lady says when they first go to college. Only God can judge.
Only God can judge me.
Young man as well, needs to keep it fair. Okay, that's better. I brought the North Face wind wall this evening.
Now, did you hear that North Face is moving their headquarters out of the Bay Area?
They're moving it out of, actually, it's in Alameda.
It's in Alameda. Well, one of their deals is out there.
And I know that because they do have a fantastic bulletproof warranty. It's a lifetime warranty as Woodside kicks off to South City. Real short pop-up type kick.
The Warriors need to fall on that ball.
It took a South City bounce towards the 35-yard line.
Oh, no. Looks
and
like
was picked
Woodside
up by
got
Woodside.
it, John. Oh, no. I think they spaced a little bit, and there was a bounce on that ball before they had a chance to realize that they needed to get on there. See, the referee's picking up a flag there in the back, our white hat referee.
Yeah, I think that kick unfortunately might have caught a piece of one of the South City players and ended up being a fumble.
Woodside
shucks.
covers the
Definitely not
ball.
how you want to start.
Well, it's a live ball, right, on the kickoff. On the kickoff, it's just essentially like a crazy onside
Balls are
kick.
covered at the 33-yard line of the Warriors. 1st and 10, Wildcats.
Nah, well, yeah, the football knowledge in this booth cannot be really overstated or quantified even by any sort of mathematical system or otherwise.
Well, the Warriors defense gets a test here early.
Handoff, right side, flag on the play, brought down after a short gain. Let's pick
Hand
up the
off to
flag here
number
and find out
21,
what's going on.
Yoho. There's
Well,
a
John,
flag
that was a
on the
nice
play.
play by the tackle there, Antonio Penate, to get a hand on the runner there and keep him from going anywhere past the line of scrimmage, really, as we see the flag
Call
here.
goes against the Wildcats.
Looks like it's going to be against the Wildcats, although I just looked at the replay. I couldn't see it in that frame. But
Warriors, I think, are going to decline the penalty and let the down
2nd and 9
expire.
for the Wildcats.
Second and 10 there. 2nd and 12, I should say. And again, a nice play by Penate.
second down for Woodside. South City looking for a stop here. Ball inside the 40-yard line. Handoff, left side. Looking for a corner. Found one in a blocker. Cutting back across the field and knocked down to the ground. That's number 10, Scott Morimoto. Another one of these small, speedy guys for Woodside, but he got knocked almost like a dreidel.
And it looks like it's going to be enough for a first
First down for the
nice run by
Wildcats.
the young man.
Get his feet removed. It's kind of
Ball's placed at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
like a top.
And here come the Wildcats, no huddle here.
Another handoff for Woodside around the left. Breaks the tackle, spins and brought down at the 10-yard line by South City.
Nice tackle there by Christian Casillas there. Got low.
That
Took
was
his legs out from under him.
Nathan Yoho
Runner
with the
brought
play
down
there,
at
the
the-
gain of yardage for Woodside.
At the 12-yard line.
And it's going to be
I'll
brought
bring
into
up
the
a
12-yard
2nd and
line. It's going to
2.
bring up a short second down and 2 yards.
And John, once
Timeout,
again, I
South
think
City.
a very nice
That's
use
their first call
of a
timeout of the half.
to bring the kids together, compose them a little bit. They're on their heels a little bit. Wildcats showing something they haven't shown, which is that little no-huddle wrinkle. Just a good use of timeouts. Not afraid to dispatch them. So, coach is in my good graces already. Look at this crowd. They're stoked. We're waiting for something awesome to
I
happen.
missed the band. All right.
That space right there is where the band would sit.
Show them the area where the band would be.
Is that what?
It's early in the year, too. This is the first game. It's August. We take a bit of a hiatus after this. We don't have another game till October.
Yeah,
Look at the
it's going to be a
whole month
minute.
of September
It's going to be
off.
a lot's going to happen. There'll be a lot of football played. We'll be watching it on the local broadcasts where applicable.
And October 5th, you'll be joined by one of our backup announcers. I'll be up in the Portland area for a wedding.
Oh, that's right.
My brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother-in-law, Daniel Hess. He's a good man and thorough. And he is getting married. As there's a handoff for Woodside around the right corner.
Hand off to number
And
5.
a nice gain there by number 5, Josh Peterson for the Wildcats. As Woodside is nearing another score as they're inside the 10.
Run is good
Well, it was
enough for
still
a
a
first
nice play
down.
by the Warriors to get to him before he got to that
Ball's
corner.
placed at the
Give them
5-yard
another
line,
chance
1st
of getting
and
a
goal
stop here.
for the Wildcats.
Deep on their heels.
Woodside 1st and goal. Handoff. Nice stop there right up the middle by South City.
And one positive you certainly can't take away from tonight is that the Warriors have been stout up the middle.
Runner is
Something positive
stopped
you can build
by
on.
number 22, Lance
Something you can hang
Sand.
your hat on as you learn what this team is capable of.
Ball's
John,
placed
I
at the
know that this team
3-yard
has
line.
8 sophomores
2nd and
on it,
3 for the Wildcats.
which is more than a handful of other teams combined in this division. So there is going to be a learning curve.
This team does skew young. This is a, as I was mentioning earlier, a very light team when it comes to numbers, only suiting up 20 gentlemen this evening. So hopefully you can get some reinforcements next week. Handoff, another touchdown for Woodside. Brought in around the corner there by number 5. Once again, this guy's all over the place. Josh Peterson has had the ball all night long. And he's proven hard to stop. There's not much of him, but it's hard to stop him.
They have a lot of weapons, John, offensively, and it's becoming hard for the Warriors to keep track of everyone. Woodside's done a great job of showing different facets of their game. You know, we've seen some quarterback keepers, we've seen a couple bombs, and we see some runs from different Wildcats. So props to them for showing a great offensive game plan tonight and catching a Warrior team a little bit short on manpower. As usual, we got a bunch of kids playing two ways, stepping up to the challenge and doing their best to stay in there.
Oh, it was a fumble there on the 2-point conversion.
Nice
Extra point conversion is no
Warriors
good.
stop him. So you're going to
9
have to
minutes to go
remind me
in
if
the
you think
third
I'm wrong
quarter.
here, but I don't
Woodside
remember them
41,
last time.
South City
There was
6.
more cheerleaders than football players. I'm serious. I am
I
counting.
thought about that as I was
I am
walking
counting.
through.
I think there's 34 cheerleaders and 20 football players. I don't remember a time. Aaron Boyd is nodding, but I don't know what that means. Yeah, that doesn't happen, right? Yeah, that doesn't happen.
It's the Glee effect, man. It's a great TV show.
The Glee effect.
The Glee effect.
Do they all start singing at some point?
They might.
Inside our booth here, which you cannot see from home, there is there's an area on top of the booth where folks have a camera, and every now and again something very heavy will fall. And I keep thinking I'm gonna be hit by a bag of weights or something. So if I'm crowding next to you, that's why, Ricky.
It's a lot of expensive equipment up there. We hope
Right,
you
I don't
break
want to
the
catch an
fall of
HD
it.
camera to the big toe.
Well, let's hit the reset button here on the second half. See what the Warriors can do here on offense. Secure that kickoff.
I don't know how you spent your break, but I spent my break hitting up a snack shack. Got myself a nice hot dog.
Thank you for the dog. That's
All
always
right, that's
nice.
right. I got you a hot
I
dog.
appreciate that very much.
It's been a long day. I mean, you got a kale salad at 11:30.
I know,
so.
Trader Joe's makes good salads.
I'm a Trader Joe's fan as well. South City picks up the ball. Looking for room. Cutting across the 25 and brought down.
Christian Casillas
That's
with the
Christian
ball.
Casillas with the run back there. South City looking to what? Hit that reset button one more time.
Brought down at the
And hopefully get
26-yard
another
line.
score here
First
on
and
this drive.
10
Put together some
Warriors.
pieces. You know, I think, you know, if you're a brand new coach, if you are like, you know, Jerome Lee, you're probably telling these guys, look, you know, these are the things I see. This is what looks good. They're a brand new team. They're trying to get together. Like you said, a lot of sophomores. They've raided the junior varsity, right, to fill this roster.
That's right.
And you got a brand new coach. There's going to be growing pains. So I think you're going to want to, you know, see as much as you can out of these guys and get some solid takeaways that you can build on into week 2, week 3, and moving forward.
That's certainly true. And like you said earlier, there's going to be a big string of road games here. So that might be good for this team to just get on the road and focus on the game and not worry about your mom and dad and your uncle here in the stands. Just put your head down and play some football. Maybe the game slows down for them a little bit because there was just that onslaught really at the beginning, and they've been playing better ever since.
House with the handoff to Sands. Sands up the middle.
Hand off to Lance Sands.
Nice gain there. Looks like a gain of about 5 yards.
Nice fumble there for the young man. And as we said earlier, they're going to have to
down
lean
at the
on
32-yard
the more
line.
experienced players here.
Gain of
to
6
get
yards
them
on the
through
play.
some of these tough minutes
Second
here,
and 4.
especially until we can get Gutu back in there, punching the ball in.
Oh, there's the South City wind kicking up.
That's more like it.
There it goes.
That's more like it.
I'm awake now. Got the hot dog, my blood sugar's up, and a frigid wind through the booth.
Pitch there.
Pitched, pitched out to Sands by House.
House pitches back to Sands, brought down at the
Perfectly
40-yard line.
executed
That's
play
good
there up to
enough
the
for a
40 for a
Warriors
first
first down.
And these Warrior fans are happy to get excited.
How are you feeling about that other San Francisco team? Ricardo, are you looking forward to the boys down in Santa Clara getting started?
49ers, yeah, I'm honestly more interested in the Warriors. Somebody told me they were going to see a
The
Raiders.
Golden State Warriors or
Somebody
our
told me,
Warriors?
oh, our Warriors, baby. Somebody told me they were going to see a Raiders preseason game tonight.
And you were like,
And I
why?
thought about it, I go, I would legitimately rather be here than at a Raiders preseason game.
Well, you know this. Well, tell the fans at home, the tens of hundreds of 3 or 4 fans that are listening.
We'll get the view statistics, man, for sure.
I am much more of a Giants fan. I was a San Francisco baseball Giants fan. So sadly, that season's basically over. Big pass there, showing off the big right arm.
Pass is incomplete.
House, and there's a
Flag
flag
on
in the play. Looks like it was either in the area of a personal foul or pass interference. We'll get the word here real soon.
You know, I thought I saw a Wildcat DB kind of shoving our wide receiver there into the sideline. Let's see what the call
Passing
is.
interference called against
That
the
appears to be what they're
Wildcats.
calling.
I'm a true professional. Pass interference.
Very nice. Very nice.
2 headsets here tonight. Talent 1, Talent 2.
Talent 2.
I am Talent 1 tonight, but we can share.
Send your resumes in. You want to be Talent 3.
Ball will be placed at the 50-yard line.
You're interested in being
And
here in
that'll
the
be a
booth.
first
Become the
down
next
for the
viral
Warriors.
sensation. Boys stretching out there on the sidelines. Make sure you keep those cramps out. You know, that's the thing. You know, you play, you go 110 miles an hour. You come off the sidelines, it's 60 degrees and blustery. You're gonna freeze up real quick. Because there's another
Lance
handoff
Sands
to
with the
Sands
ball.
there, and Sands
Brought
rumbles his
down
way
at the
for about a
47-yard
4-yard
line,
gain.
gain of 3
Nice
yards.
little game by the young man
Second
there.
down
as
and
the
7
time
for the
continues to
Warriors.
click here. We're about halfway through the third quarter. Warriors looking to get some momentum there from that very nice second quarter. This third one started a little inauspiciously. We're going to see what happens here. You know, apart from that beginning kind of onslaught, they've been okay. They've been okay on both sides of the ball. They're still trying to figure out the defense a little bit. But this is going to be the Warriors this year.
Right, the snap, ball's on the turf. Just a little fumble there by the Warriors.
Fumble on the play. Covered by the Warriors.
Sadly, that's going to be a loss of a couple yards there. It's going to bring it back
Loss
almost to
of
the initial line of scrimmage
yard.
when they first started here near the 50. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9.
3rd down and 9 yards to go for the Warriors.
So I was talking to Mayor Dave.
Mayor Dave.
That's a long story. My father, South City resident for over 30 years. At this point, 35 years.
Yeah.
He said the area by Oyster Point there, by Genentech and all the tech stuff, if we look directly from our 12 o'clock vantage point here outside the window here at the booth, a lot of movement out there. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming in,
Is that right?
a lot of restaurants, a lot of nightlife, a lot of stuff.
That's hard to believe.
Isn't
man.
that hard
That's
to believe?
just
Yeah,
shocking. That
because
is shocking.
it is kind of an industrial and sort of an office park type area. But where else are you going to build? You know, they're not making any more land. It's Frank House. He's looking for some room there. Turns the corner and gets
House
a
with
nice
quarterback
7-yard gain
keeper.
that was
Brought
definitely
down at the
unintended.
42-yard
And
line.
the young man there, once again,
Little pump fake
wants
a
to
la
make
Brett
a
Favre.
play.
Check that 43-yard line.
wants to make a play, put his body at risk there for the 7-yard gain. He's going to make it a nice short 4th down.
Fourth down
Be
and 2
interested to see
yards
what
to
they
go
do
for the
here, John.
Warriors.
Maybe they do some trickery here and get the ball in the air.
I'm thinking the Statue of Liberty play.
Sneak a tat out. Yeah, sure, why not?
How about the hook and ladder?
Hook and ladder, also a good play.
Is that the play where I go down the field, boss, and I look like I'm lost? That's a little Varsity Blues action for you kids listening at home. Look it up, because I don't want your life.
I don't want your life. Great movie.
Great movie. James Vanderbeek. Hand off to Sands. Who else do you want to give the ball to? First down.
Nice
Great
call by
ball
the
right up
Warriors.
middle.
Nice call, nice play, nice
Down
execution.
at the 37-yard line, and that's good enough.
Basically
for the Warriors.
untouched into that nice first down.
Yeah, I like the fact this team has remained resilient. I don't know what Coach Lee is telling them, but these guys are really focusing on a lot of the positives. They're not burying their heads. They're looking up and they're like, you know what, we're gonna get a touchdown here. We're gonna string together some nice drives. It's looking real good.
Honestly, I am looking for the slumpy shoulders and maybe some exasperated looks, and it's not there. And that's always been a hallmark of a South City football team.
Fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper.
Oh!
Right side, slips the tackle. Brought
Greg
down
House
across
with
the
the ball.
30. A little push there, a little overexcited by one of the Woodside defenders.
Yeah, I don't see what that was for.
I don't want to
Tackled
call
at
him out,
the
but we can maybe see it
29-yard
here
line.
on the replay.
It's right here as he's down.
As he's down, he gets a little
20 gets-
excited.
Gain of 8
Number
yards.
20 just gives him
Second
a
and 2
shove.
for the Warriors.
Unnecessary. they're probably tired of seeing House run all over him. I mean, he's had a lot of success with the ball tonight. He's got to have at least 100 yards under his belt. And Woodside they have to address that and keep him in front of him, which should allow them some room to run.
Gentle caress of the fog comes around the South City sign here.
I hope that's fog.
Snap to House. Another keeper, the fake around the right side.
Move.
Breaks 3 tackles to the 20, to the 15. He's
Craig
met by
House with
3
the ball.
Wildcats and brought down.
Finally
that is
brought down
fog.
at
I
the
don't smell any- I don't
16-yard
smell
line,
any
and that's
smoke.
good enough for another
No, I
Warriors
haven't. Just from coming from
touchdown.
our quarterback's shoes there, he made about 3 different beautiful moves there to keep the chains moving. And Woodside doesn't have an answer for him right now. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. South City's going to keep giving this young man the ball.
He reminded me of that football drill. They have like the strings and you got to like jump your feet through it.
Yeah.
Because he got that beautiful first down there and he was making people miss.
Awesome. And again, that's going to be a positive you take away from this evening, regardless of what the score says at the end of the night. Something in your pocket that you can go to.
All right, first down for the Warriors. They're threatening. They're in the red zone. Another fake by Sands. Sands is going to keep it. Cut in there, cut left, cut
Frank
right.
with
Made
the
a
ball.
bunch of Wildcats miss
Brought
and got a nice
down
little
at
gain there.
10-yard line.
You got a gain of, looks like 6 yards on the play.
Gain of 6
Well, you
yards.
saw that time, John. There were a couple additional Wildcat defenders there
Second down
to
and
meet
4 for the Warriors.
Frank House, and he still managed to make something out of nothing there. So the Wildcats are scrambling a little bit to find an answer for this young man, as he's
Timeout.
basically engineered a drive
South
on his
City.
legs here.
That's their second called timeout of the
As you hear
half.
Coach Boyd say, the Warriors are calling their second timeout here. Talk it over, probably get some rest for that young quarterback who has rumbled, stumbled, held on to the ball. About 50 yards here thus far, so. Good use of timeouts, man. I like stuff like that.
Hey, the snack shack is still open for a little bit longer, so head on over to the north end zone on the visitor side. Get something to eat or drink.
What do I have for you, John?
Coach Lee's got a lot for these guys. I mean, he's a lot of positivity, a lot of
The
smacks on the
girls
shoulder.
basketball team
Really
will
trying to get this
serve
team
you
fired
a
up.
hot
You know, they're
chocolate,
close to scoring another touchdown.
coffee,
Another be a big
or the
takeaway
world
for this
famous
Wildcat.
teriyaki chicken
this
rice
Warrior
bowl.
team.
All proceeds
Score
will
on these
go to the
Wildcats. So,
girls
you know,
basketball
it's looking
team
good.
as well
Looking good
as
here.
all the other South City athletic
Certainly a
teams.
nice
So
way to
head on
bounce
over
back
the
from
snack
a
shack, get something to eat or
Poor
drink,
start
and
there to the
support
second
our
half. Ball took a
athletic
bad
program.
bounce, ended up in Woodside's hands. They were able to score. So this is a nice long drive. Allow for the defense to catch their breath a little bit and continue to build on a couple
Second
of really
down and
nice
4 for
offensive
the
sets
Warriors.
here for the Warriors this evening.
All right. 2nd and 4 for the Warriors. Threatening. Rolling out to the right. House is looking for some room. A nice spin move. Flags come in from almost all directions. He leaves everyone on the right side of the field. Cuts all the way across and
Frank
runs about
House with the
25
ball.
yards in the backfield.
It's
Brought
going to
down
get
at
brought
the
back on a
9-yard
hold, I
line.
think, but even in spite of that,
Gain
he
of
still
about a
made a
yard.
couple of great moves to elude a ton of Wildcat defenders. And
Personal foul
they're
called
stacking
against
the
the
box
Warriors.
on him. They were back there in a hurry, and he still managed to make a miss. But again, I think this is indeed getting
Well, I like the kid's moxie.
held out. Absolutely.
I like his moxie. When was the last time you sat down and enjoyed a fresh copy of the San Mateo Daily Journal?
Hey,
I
my
haven't smelled
guy,
newsprint in quite some time.
What's wrong with that tablet here?
I love the smell of newsprint. Former journalism major myself.
In a way.
You know, you don't get that very often.
John,
Now
you
it's
need
just
to
on your iPad.
You need to use your journalism contacts to bring in that reporter who did that great preview on the division, on the league. I'm going to get his name here. Was it Terry Bailey?
It was Terry Bernal.
Terry Bernal, pardon me.
Terry, I know you're listening. I know you're at home because you're probably covering the game, but you want to stay nice and warm. Come join us in the booth for some in-depth analysis. This is Jonathan Dio alongside Ricky Martel.
We'll find John LinkedIn or something.
Yeah, I've heard some funny stories about LinkedIn anyway.
Yep.
I'll save that one for off camera. I've heard some
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay, I'll redact any names from the story.
And that'll do it for the
That's
third
the end of the third quarter.
At the end of 3 here at Clifford
As
Field.
the Warriors are
Woodside
threatening, they're in the
41,
red zone.
South City 6.
Great.
South City 6, Woodside 41.
Great third quarter, all things being equal. Again, you know, you can't control some of these funky bounces, but the Warriors are keeping their heads down and making some nice plays. As we go down to our sideline reporter, Grace, one more time, and see what she's got going on. Grace, go right ahead.
My name is Grace. My name is Grace Miller, and I'm here with Nathan and Calvin. Who are you here supporting?
My brother Lance Sands.
Lance and Antonio.
How do you feel about the game so far, Nate?
This game is whack right now.
Calvin, how do you feel about the game?
This game is pretty good. I think we could do better.
Grace, how do you feel about the game?
We can definitely do better. We'll pull through.
Back to you, Mr. Boyd.
Thank you.
Wow, that was a rope-a-dope. The interviewer became the interviewee.
Crazy. It's like we're in the Matrix or something.
I don't know what happened. I liked it, though. It's good.
That's right.
I like the exuberance. I don't have any exuberance anymore. My back hurt.
They're right on it.
They're right on
Going
it.
good. Could be better. I'm completely on board with that synopsis thus far.
So, my LinkedIn story.
What do you got?
Shall I indulge you?
What do you got?
A friend of mine who shall remain nameless. Met, happily married.
Hey everybody,
met
once
a young
again,
lady at
tonight's
the
game is
airport.
being broadcast
And
live
she's
on
like,
YouTube.
hey, we should stay in
Call,
touch,
text,
you know.
message,
So
tweet, or
he says, you know, I don't want to be
Snapchat
rude.
your
Gives her the
family and tell them to
LinkedIn.
log on to
Okay.
YouTube
So LinkedIn.
to watch
He says,
all
you know,
the
hit me up
games
on
live
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Me up on
He's
LinkedIn.
got
You want to
notifications
watch
for
more
everything turned off
Also,
for
the
LinkedIn
game
on
will
every
be
single device
on
that
our
he owns,
YouTube
except for
page
apparently an
after the
iPad that's at
game.
home in the living room. Apparently, this person starts texting him, "What's
let's
up?
see here.
How you doing?" messages via LinkedIn, which is then picked up by his lovely wife.
Pass is
And I don't
incomplete.
think that story ended very well.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, met you at the airport. Thanks for your LinkedIn. How you
feel-
doing?
I'll bring
I
up
feel
a
nervous
fourth down
as
and
if I were
long
the
for the Warriors.
Dude, isn't
That's
that
never
terrible?
good. That's never
Isn't that
good.
terrible? I mean, isn't that? I mean, yeah, I can understand wanting to be nice, but isn't that just as like? I mean, if someone gives you their LinkedIn, I don't think that's an invitation to start like saying, you know,
Blowing him up on LinkedIn.
Right.
Man, no.
can I see your resume? How you doing?
Eyes
You know?
down, man, when I walk anywhere. Eyes down.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
my guy Frank House here was looking for a receiver. Kind of threw it a few yards short. Kept it low, so that was good.
All right, we've got 11 minutes left here in the fourth. House is getting the guys reset again to see if we can do it. We got 3 wide receivers left. We got 1 on the right, 4 wide. We got a little switcheroo to the backfield. Sands back. He's definitely looking to pass. Fires one across the middle for a short gain.
That's Frank House, John, by the way, just to correct you
I'm
there.
sorry, Frank
Quarterback.
House.
Yeah.
Pass is complete.
You know, he seems
Short
to
of
be
the first
rushing his
down.
drop a
Woodside
little
will
bit,
take over on
and
downs.
it results in some kind of funky throws. The game's
Check
fast
that.
for him.
They'll bring up
You
fourth
know, he's
down.
got to juggle running
Fourth
the
and
rock.
long
He's
for the
got to
Warriors.
juggle running the offense. I think when he goes back to watch this, if he slows down a little bit in the pocket in his drops, it'll probably translate into slightly better throws. Easy for me to say in a chair about 100 miles from the action. But I know that these kids all want to get better week to
So you
week.
think he's got to slow the game down, a la Jamie Foxx in any given Sunday?
Sure.
He first
yeah.
jumps in, he's a little nervous, he vomits, he has a hard time. And then
Is that the one with Al Pacino?
that is Al Pacino.
I've never seen that movie.
Come on.
I've never seen it. Isn't it like 3 hours long? It's kind of a long movie. I think he's going for it.
House with the
Punt, yeah.
keeper, that's not going to do it.
House with the keeper.
I think he was trying to find some daylight there, John, to kick the ball, but he never did quite find it. He ended up
Woodside.
making the right play, which is just essentially suck it up and hold on to the ball and hit the turf, because if he tries to get a kickoff there and they block it, they're taking it unencumbered, you know, to the other side.
Right.
So, you know,
Just when you're out, they drag you back in.
there it is.
Yeah, little Al Pacino. Yeah, little Pacino. You know, I always thought Al Pacino not so great. I thought I was more of a De Niro fan.
Well,
You know,
have
Pacino
you
was like,
seen,
it was like Pacino was like. Here's the thing about Al Pacino. Al Pacino is Al Pacino in every movie he does.
No, but have you seen Dog Day Afternoon? Have you seen
Yes, I have.
Serpico?
He's the pariah of the entire department, and at the end they give him a certificate in an empty room.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I ruined the movie
First
for you.
and 10, Woodside.
Awesome movie.
Yeah,
Like
but
one of my favorite movies of all time.
Just like Billy Joel sounds completely different now than he did in the 70s, right? That's kind of like Al Pacino. He was a better actor.
You can't control that.
He was, well, have you listened to old Billy Joel?
Gain
He
of
sounds like a
6
totally
yards
different
on the
person.
run.
Have you seen
Second
Jack and
down
Jill
and 4 for the Wildcats.
with Al Pacino?
I have not seen Jack and
The
Jill.
Adam Sandler movie where he plays his own sister. Adam Sandler plays his own sister.
Great Al Pacino,
twin
Robert De
sister.
Niro movie, by the way, Heat.
Oh, yeah.
Heat, late 90s, maybe 97, 98. It's got Val Kilmer in
That's
it.
right. Tom Sizemore.
Tom Sizemore before he got,
Crazy.
Tom Sizemore. I don't know what we can say. I don't know if we're subject to any sort of libel or anything.
Not a
But
bad idea.
Tom Sizemore things got real interesting after Black Hawk Down. Another great flick from the 90s. You're listening to Movies at the Game.
Yoho with
Nathan
the ball.
Yoho with a nice couple of 7-yard runs back-to-back
Brought
here.
down at the
keeping chains
47-yard
moving
line.
for the Wildcats.
I think the
First and
Wildcats are
10,
going to start the
Wildcats.
ground attack here. Clock continues to run with the point differential on the board per the rules. So it's 41-6. The clock's continuing to run down here. 7 minutes and 37 minutes and 40 some odd seconds here left. I don't know why I'm telling you. I'm looking at this beautiful monitor. You can see the time right there.
Yeah, it's right there. It tells you the timeouts, the quarter, the score. It's a great ticker.
Snap, handoff, up the middle. Big fella gets through the line there, gets a nice first down.
Yoho with
That's
the ball.
Woodside's number 21, Nathan Yoho again.
Brought down at the
John,
36-yard line.
Announcements are going to come hot and
First
heavy
and
here.
10
I've been
Wildcats.
compiling them. I probably would have read them earlier had I gotten here on time.
Roll them out, sir. Roll them out.
Principal's Blue and White Ball, Friday, November 16th from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. $45 at the Municipal Services Building on Arroyo Drive, where I used to take piano lessons.
Right there by the police department.
Shout out to Miss Poby, my lady, Miss Poby, taught me piano. She's a great teacher. Support the entire student body. There'll be performances, food, music, dancing, a raffle, RSVP online. Use the School Loop website. Principal's Blue and White Ball.
We got to go one of these years. We got to
Yeah,
check that
we
out.
get a table,
we
man.
really do. Let's get a table. Do they still do the crab feed?
This year it's being catered by Ulysses Catering.
Ulysses S. Catering.
Ulysses S. Catering. Got pretty good deal. And also,
31
John,
with the
we
run.
got,
Brought down at the 15-yard line.
back to school night. Back to school night coming up on Tuesday. Scheduled starting to begin at 4:30 with food sales, 5:15 parent meetings, 6 o'clock performance and welcome, and 6:20 p.m. class visits. The band and color guard is selling the usual chips, soda,
Hey, what's
water,
Ballet
hot dogs.
Folklorico up to?
Wait, listen.
I need
At
to
back
know.
to school night, Folklorico will perform.
Okay, there we go.
They will perform, and they're going to be selling chicken tamales.
Oh, got to get that, got to get that.
You got to pre-order with them. Be smart, pre-order your tamales.
You know, when I was
I
younger,
don't have information. I don't know if they're Mexican tamales or salvi tamales.
Naca tamales.
Naca tamales.
Naca
There's a lot of tamales. I'd appreciate it if they were a bit more specific.
I think you're going to get your standard Mexican tamales because Naca tamales have a lot of stuff in them.
Nice play by the defense there to wrap up the Wildcat
31 with the
runner.
ball.
Have you ever
Brought down at
accidentally
the
gotten a Naca
32-yard
tamale?
line.
I've never accidentally gotten one of those
No.
because there's a lot of stuff.
Those are, yeah, you got to go out of your way. to get
4-yard gain on the play.
That's
I'll bring
4-yard
up-
gain there by the Wildcats.
Shout
Third
out,
down.
shout out to La Fritanguera in Concord, Nicaraguan restaurant. Jennifer Jimenez, entrepreneur,
Second down and 6 for the Wildcats.
makes a great nakatama here in Concord.
My dad used to play soccer in San Francisco, and there would be people that would actually sell pupusas from like a
The
cooler.
little grill. Oh, from the
Like a cooler.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is-
There's
woman
two
would just-
kinds. There's the flat grill one.
Right? No, they were
and
not.
there's the cooler.
They were warm though. They were maybe not completely fresh, but they were good. All right. Second down for Woodside. Handoff. Once again, there's a flag on the play in the area of offensive holding there.
Yoho
Nathan
with the
Yoho
ball.
takes
Flag
it up
on
the
the
middle for a
play.
nice gain until we get that penalty. Should have like a tide bucket, and it would be filled with the cortido. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Cortido,
cortido,
right?
very good.
That slaw made
That
of.
that Vietnamese fermented slaw stuff.
Kind of, yeah. It was like lime juice and something else. I don't know. But anyway, from an old Tide container, so you know it's clean.
We got a player down here, John. I can't
unfortunate.
quite.
Looks like Dominic. Number
Is
10,
it,
Dominic Kayabyab.
Kayabyab? I hope the young man's all right. And that really is the. There he is. Look at that shot of the booth. Best shot all night. Good call. Good call.
I would have asked for a higher
Best
angle.
shot
I knew
all
that was
night.
coming.
Let's get a drone shot of us, if anything.
We'll ask Mr. Boyd to mount a camera up in the ceiling. To keep showing us, I might have to start taking care of myself.
Dominic is sitting up, a good thing.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, he just got the wind knocked out of him.
The Warriors are clapping, so I'm clapping.
Oh, looks like a lower extremity injury there.
Oh,
He's
the
favoring,
kid's not putting his weight on it, poor guy.
He's favoring his left leg. That's too bad.
I'm hearing cramp, which is a good thing. It's all relative, I guess.
Oh yeah, he's not putting any weight on it at all. That's bad. It's too bad.
Not a shock that they're still putting in maximum effort out here. It's such a hallmark of a South City football squad.
This is just a hard scrabble, blue collar town.
Yep, that's
us.
us.
I don't know how to explain. I try to explain this place to people that aren't from here, don't know it.
Yeah.
It's really hard to explain. It's like I don't know. I mean, it's just this.
Well, the roots are in, like you said, entrepreneurial, pick yourself up by the bootstraps type of people.
And that's going to be, there's a flag on the play, but unless that gets brought back, big run into the
Flag
end zone
on the
there
play.
by Trevor
Well,
Cook, the
Woodside's been
quarterback.
holding all night, John. I mean, the Wildcats are not going to be happy with the amount of laundry that's been tossed around here.
Flag will go against Woodside.
You know what?
It's shocking. I mean, it's going against Woodside. I just don't get it.
There's been a
the
lot of
referees have been
laundry
calling
strewn
it.
for it, yes.
So stop doing it.
I tell
Ball be
folks
placed
that
at the
South City is more akin
35-yard
to
line.
like a hard scrabble place in Pennsylvania, like Scranton.
Pittsburgh.
Like a Pittsburgh or a Scranton. And it doesn't seem that way, right? Because you got San Francisco to
Yeah,
the
you
north
would
of us.
think so, yeah.
You've got, Millbrae, Burlingame, San Carlos to the south. But it's this little hard scrabble, blue-collar town. A lot of big immigrant community folks that are, traditionally a lot of your garbage men, your industrial workers, folks like that.
Your 9-to-5ers, absolutely.
Your 9-to-5ers, and they're a proud folk, gruff folk. Like, open the door to you, put out their handshake, and they'll help you out too. But
And now they're renting houses out for $4 grand.
Yo,
and now
with
they're
the
probably
ball.
renting a house out for $4 grand a pop because they
Thanks,
love San
Genentech.
Francisco.
Appreciate it.
But I love this place for
Down
that.
at the
It's kind of this
24-yard
weird
line.
anomaly. San Francisco is this place where everybody flocks to, and
First
we're
and
the little
10
brother
Woodside.
to the south, and it's just like no other place. I'm just waxing real nostalgic. about South
Greatest city in the world. South
The
San
blue
Francisco.
collar sandwich mecca.
Greatest city in the world. Let's go up and paint Sign Hill again, dude. 2001 all over again.
I wasn't there. Shocking.
I think the statute of limitations has expired on that. I don't think that they can prosecute us anymore. I'm going to start naming names.
I'm sure you would.
I would. Thanks, Goots, for supplying the paint. Orchard Supply Hardware.
As there's another handoff and a fumble.
nice
It's on the
hands.
ground.
Great hands by that young man.
Fumble
Nathan
on the
Yoho
play.
puts it on the turf.
Wildcats came up with it, but still busy hands. Good job.
Recovered by Woodside.
Yeah, Woodside actually came up with that one. And that's unfortunate, but South City's
Fumbles
in the
recovered
mix,
at the 15-yard line.
doing what they need to do. Not stopping, never quitting, continuing to go till the very last
Second
moment.
down and
We've
1
got 2
yard to
minutes
go
left.
for the
Can't stop.
Wildcats.
Won't stop.
Not going to do it. He's going to complete it.
You
It's
don't
hard.
have to. You
Now
don't
the
have to.
there's this guy at work every time, from even like adjacent to his office, I could just sing 1 or 2 bars of a song.
He's right on
And
it.
he's wait, but no, not only is he on it, 30 minutes later you hear him walking by your office and he's singing the entire song because I get it stuck in his head. It's like an earworm.
He should go on that Beat Shazam show.
He's not immune to the earworms. I just go by there and I drop a little, drop a little bar or 2 of a song, and hey, there you go. Woodside staying with the ground attack, stopped by South City.
31 with the ball stopped.
Brings
at
up
the
a short
9-yard.
third down here.
Short of the first down, that'll bring up third.
Warriors practicing their
and
goal
short.
line defense, getting their reps in, opening up the playbook. It's nice work. Sports Booster Club membership sale happening at the game tonight, and also at back to school night this coming Tuesday. An individual can pay $40, which includes one season pass, or a family pass for $100 includes 4 season passes. I'm not a mathematician, but it's better to buy 4 of them, I think.
Hey, Rick, as we're running short on time here, there's a little offside there. Let's take a look at this in the replay. Looks like somebody from Woodside flinched. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
Come across the line
That's
there.
right. Referees got it right. Difficult to do sometimes if your timing's not on.
You know, a game like this, these wonderful camera footage.
Nice job by our technical director
drones
there.
and everybody, technical
there.
director. We can't do this. Ricky and I get to come out here, and honestly, we have a lot of fun, as you can tell, because we've been talking about randomness for quite
Thank you
some time.
for indulging us.
We do appreciate it. The South City Warriors are going to fall here to the Woodside Wildcat, 41-6. But this is also not just about football and cheerleading and folks coming out on a Friday night. It's also about this amazing
that'll
crew
do
that
it here
learns
at Clifton
great skills
Field.
here.
Final score,
So to our
Woodside
technical
41,
director,
South
Ansel
City
Rick,
6.
phenomenal job. Sheila Marie on camera 1. She shared that duty with George Guzman. Camera 2 was Juan Ta. Benjamin Carey as well on camera 2. Ariana Barraza on camera 3 shared that duty with Coy Lee. We got our graphics team, Amalia De La Cruz, Lauren Gunn. Drone
Once
footage,
again, ladies
beautiful
and gentlemen,
drone
the final
footage.
score of tonight's
Roll
game,
that beautiful
Woodside
drone footage
41,
brought to you by
South
Christian
City
Gomez,
6.
Christian
Thank you for coming and
Madadamas,
supporting
Gustavo
South City
Gutierrez,
Athletics. We
and
ask
our
you to
sideline
please clean
reporter
up your
Grace
area
Miller.
and do not
We
leave
got our
any
production
trash in the
assistant
stands.
shadowing camera
Thank you
3.
very much. Have a great night.
Sochi
And
Silva.
go
Yeah,
Warriors.
that's perfect.
Production assistants. Everybody I'm going to name now is a production assistant. Anthony Bernardillo, Michael Gamini, Alfredo Perry, Brandon Gloria, Kevin Dye, Renee's Paraguan, Therapat Thamak. You guys are awesome. You're the reason we could be here. To Aaron Boyd, my
You
hat
guys-
would be off to you, but
You
I am
guys
bald.
make it look so easy.
And you just do a great job every year.
It's so much fun for us to be a part of this. And I think we have one more shot here with our awesome sideline reporters. They're going to try and chase someone down to get some comments about how this game went. And, some highs, some lows, some positives to take away. Obviously a lot to work on. It'll help to have another offensive weapon in Gutu get back. It'll be helpful to be on the road and away from the bright lights and give them a chance to spread their wings a little bit and learn the games, learn each other's talents. The Warriors have a lot to be proud of, not tucking their tail between their legs and playing a bad game. They still managed to come out here and do a lot of great things that they'll be able to build on, both on the offensive side and the defensive side. Probably not the debut the coach wanted, the good coach wanted, but again, he got a great South City performance from a team that didn't quit, and that's usually the hallmark of a coach.
They did not quit on him. They did not quit on Jerome Lee. They did not quit on the staff. There's a lot of positive takeaways from this team. Woodside came out and immediately punched them in the gut, scored a quick touchdown, was relentless, and South City didn't bat an eye. They kept going. They got into the end zone once. They threatened a couple times. I think there's bits and pieces that Coach Lee will be able to pull out of this loss and be able to take back to the film room and talk to these youngsters about. So there's a lot of positives there. We can't always have the debut you want.
No, you can't.
But it's the debut they have, and it's what they're going to work for and work forward. The season's young. It's still August. Remember when school wasn't even in session?
It's a long season, sir. It's a long season, and these coaches know that, and they're playing the long game. You saw that with the use of the timeouts throughout. You saw it in the play calling that they are going to have a long, long season to get to know one another, get to know each other's styles, and hopefully string some wins together here in what is going to be a
look at Dominic Kayabia being brought onto the field by his teammates, and that's just shows you the heart and the grit. He wants to be a part of this team meeting at the 50-yard line. He's definitely got an injury. He's going to get that checked out, but he wants to be there for him. So that just goes to show you, the kind of heart this team has.
That is nice that he wants to be in that group, participating, wants to be a different. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted here. I'm watching the cheerleaders.
All right, folks. Once again,
here.
we can't thank you all enough for indulging us, letting us come into your homes via your laptop, your computers, or your tablet. So please keep supporting these kids. Please keep supporting South City High and this wonderful production team, Aaron Boyd and everyone I mentioned earlier, as the South City Warriors fall to the Woodside Wildcats. Game 1 of the season, 41-6. Rick, got anything?
John, my computer's down right now. I can't see the schedule. I just had it up a second ago. Go to the School Loop website, check out the next game, tune in. If you can't be there, go there, and support this team in any way, shape, or form that you can. They put out a gutsy performance tonight, and just another South City night. It didn't come out the way they wanted it to, but the nice thing about sports and competing is that, hey, tomorrow's another day.
All right, folks, be kind to each other. Have a good one.